stay there the whole time.
All right, what's up?
Hey,
Hello.
Brent.
How y'all doing?
How are
Excited
you?
to see what happens.
Yeah. I've had some time to reflect and prepare. So we're gonna see what happens. Oh, and earlier Kevo Torin let me know he's not gonna be here this evening or next week because he's like traveling to go see some family. So we will catch him on the flip
Nice.
side. So y'all gonna be riding solo. Well, not solo. Well, you know what I mean. Without Kevo. All
Our
right.
frontliner, no. Wow.
Well,
All
Wow.
right, I guess I don't get to use any of my two-handed
I'm
weapons.
just
That's
kidding.
fine.
I'm just kidding.
well,
Thank
you know,
God you took Warcaster, Koo. Fix that nonsense.
y'all got a whole level to fix it. You know? So. But okay. Well, everybody else doing good? Anything new? Time's flying.
I was just telling them my flight was 3 hours delayed last night due to all the storm, so I got home just about 1:30 in the morning.
Not good. I'm glad you made it back safe.
Yeah.
How about you, Shane? We had in-person session last game. Just to note that for this stream, for my purposes later. So, to catch up,
Oh,
I'm going
dude,
to listen to the recap. Yeah.
That was awesome. The next day I thanked Dice and Dova for the time. We had a little bit of trouble getting out of the house because of some of my own stuff, but we got there on time. I got out of Atlanta thanks to the patience and perseverance of my friends Dova and Dice, and then we were on a jet plane and it was smooth sailing. Actually, it was easier leaving than going because there wasn't any turbulence that day. So.
Oh, okay. And turbulence.
And then the storms hit like immediately afterwards. It was according to Dice and Dova, it was crazy how much it rained.
All right, that's excellent. It's good. Glad everybody's doing good. Everybody's doing okay. It's great to hear. But all right. Well, we're going to see, I guess, what happens here tonight as we rove on. We're good this week, next week. The week after that, I do have another bonfire. But we're good for this session, and for next week, we are good to go. And, man, do we have some things to resolve. So, who wants to do some recapping? Who wants to recap it?
I always will if nobody else does.
I could do it nice and short, nice and succinct, if you guys would like. But I'll get inspiration. No, I'm joking.
What? No, don't do it.
Spider.
All right.
Take it over. Let's do it.
Last time on Dungeons of Drakkenheim.
Yes.
The live session begins. That's what I have in my notes, at least at first. Alice starts off frustrated with the paladins interfering with Thorn's captivity. Alice stabs Thorn, dropping him low, and Haymond and Sigarius have none of it. Each side grabs and pulls at Thorn, and it seems the paladins refuse to relent. Alice lets off a whistle, letting Loey and Torin know to come and rush to her aid. When suddenly, we hear the barking of dogs starting to approach the paladins and Alice as they lag behind along the road, while Kolabadi and the cultists continue their pace up towards the fortified farmhouses and broken farmsteads. Body, for her part, searches the house that she manages to get to, discovering a husk, which she promptly defeats, and the cultists do their best to reinforce the farmhouse, including knocking over some old and weathered bookcases and clearing up some window space so that way they could hide from the oncoming fog dome and dogs that can be heard in the distance. Loey and Torin begin unleashing salvos of fire and flame upon and bullets upon the approaching massive hounds the size of wargs or dire wolves. They were huge. While Alice drops one of the other knights. I think it was Sigarius. And turning to Haymond, bids him to test her mettle or leave and get the hell out of her way. The dogs make their sprint and finally clash with the party, while Haymond removes the gag and blind from Thorn, healing him, and Thorn promptly casts Spirit Guardians to ward away everyone from getting towards him. The dogs attack, biting Haymond, Torin, and Alice, and as the fight continues, we can see in the distance the dome of fog emanating a whistle, and another dome of fog comes closer and closer and closer. With the whistling coming into auditory, or coming into near view, or the dome of fog, I should say, the dogs perk up and flee from the party, and it's in this moment that Loey, seeing Alice determined to finish off Thorn, plants two in his back, drops the cleric low, rushes to him, and attempts to stabilize him before Alice can finish him off, which earns him a swift stab in the side from our lovely claim errant Alice here. The party, though, with Thorn in hand, flee from the booming and thumping coming from the fog, and Bati performs her eldritch ritual to recover whatever power she can before the party manages to make it to the farmstead. The cultists have a concern over the about Bati and her ritual of the old gods, and Bati retorts mockingly about the quote-unquote fire's illumination. Finally, the party reaches the farmhouse, makes their way through the open window that was broken open by the cultists, and the thudding of giant footsteps approach as the fog cloud suddenly stops outside the ruined building. And Alice spies a dead body that is hurled from the cloud out into the wasteland and fields surrounding the farmhouse. The groaning of dead can be heard, and tentacled husks start flinging more from the fog as it inspects each and every destroyed and ruined farmhouse, getting closer and closer to the party. A massive form is briefly witnessed by Torin, Alice, and Loey, and the party attempts to negotiate with this strange fog-surrounded creature. And for their efforts, Alice and Loey are immediately dropped unconscious by massive hands that slam them into the ground, while Torin manages to land a blow on what they discover to be a cloud giant, I believe. Pale skin, black eyes set in a goggled but massive humanoid face, Raan's familiar sees the strange creature, the massive giant, and casts heat metal upon its arms and armaments. As the party resists the giant, the massive creature slams Tinu unconscious, and Torin lands another blow with Twilight, his massive two-handed greatsword, and Bati warps the giant's mind with a psychic glance. The quote-unquote boogeyman, as we find out, drops each member of the party unconscious, one by one, save for Bati, who manages to escape the giant's clutches. And the boogeyman lines up the party members, laying out their gear and kit, branding each party member with the lips of the Queen of Thieves, and afterwards, healing himself with what potions or supplies he has, he takes the potions of the party that he can easily find, but leaves them the rest of their gear. And I do have Loey's list of stuff here, but I'm not going to reiterate that because I'm going to probably have to text it, Brett. The live session ends with the party unsure of what has happened, but finding out from Dekota Jones that Thorn's unconscious but living body has been taken to Hendrix Farm with Anar and Sylvie.
Well, you guys assume as much.
Oh, we assume so, yes. And I think we end the session with Anar coming up the road after a spat, or maybe we're past that point. I don't know.
No, we're gonna say Dekota Jones is the only person who came back.
Okay, yeah, because Dakota's the one that told us about where
Yeah.
Thorn went. So we end on the road towards Hendrix Farm with the party still in the ruined farmhouse outside Memberwood. Take it away from there.
Excellent. All right. Just
You
updating
forgot the
our.
most important part.
Do it.
We're level 9.
And you level 9.
Yeah!
Yes.
We
Yes.
leveled up.
Starting to get big boy and girl things. I have not looked at you guys' character sheet, so if it's something new you got, please be patient and explain it to me, because I'm probably gonna be like, I have no idea what this is. What is this? So
5th level spells. You're fine for Raan.
okay. Bloop.
And our proficiency bonus went up.
Heck yeah, man.
Yes, this is a good thing. Ugh. Just wanted to put that on our map there because I can. But all right. With that, I guess we will get into it. So I am going to switch over to our... Are we good? Is everybody good? We're good to go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just tired.
No problem. Okay. All right. So we're going to pick up... Oh, oops. Go back. Right where we left off last. And... So, you guys have taken a short rest and collected all of your things. Briefly discussed the situation with these brandings, and got your stuff together. At this point, it is about 9:30 p.m. or so. So, the sun is just burning at the horizon. You see the desolate farm fields around you. It's doesn't seem like it's gonna rain any. Just a few clouds in the sky. Nice warm breeze. But you all still smell something weird and distinct in the air. That smell that is of Drakkenheim. What do you do?
First thing that Loey does is he turns to Tinu and says, the party, I'm gonna need a couple minutes. If you all give me about 5, I'll be right back. And Tinu, can I borrow your bag?
Okay. He'll give you the bag. Take
Thank you,
and
lass.
she'll take Ellie with you. She'll put Ellie on your shoulder.
Sure. I'll be right back. It'll be quick.
Ron's gonna pull out his familiar.
The
Put it
lizard
on Tina's shoulder.
licks its eye.
Puts on Tina's shoulder and says, well, I'm gonna have to go to Hendrix Farm to see if he's still there and alive, and if he has convinced them to let me have him taken back to Camp Dawn. So I'm gonna leave my lizard with you,
Okay.
and if he's alive, I have my lizard give you one little bite.
How far
If
can you
I'm
communicate
able-
with your familiar?
Was it 300 feet? I don't
Okay.
remember.
It's in the Find Familiar spell.
Yeah.
I think.
Got it. Okay.
Is it the
Oh.
regular Find Familiar?
Hmm?
Oh, then I think it's only 100 feet.
Oh, it's 100 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make it disappear, though, at any range, if you wanted to, Ron.
You communicate. You see through its eyes. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, there's no way she's going to be within 100 feet of me.
Just make it disappear. You can do that as a magic action. Doesn't matter how far away it is.
Okay. So it doesn't matter how far away it is, I can make it disappear?
Mm-hmm.
You can pocket it.
You just can't put it back, obviously, because you're not next to Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you can
Okay.
pocket it from anywhere. Yeah.
So, alright, well, take that back. So if you see it disappear, that means he's alive. And then...
And we should come running? Is that what you mean?
No. If you guys come in, they're more than likely going to try to... Sylvie's going to try to spin this. But I may have a way
Okay.
to... I know. You say you trust me. It's one of those times it's one of those times I'm asking for it. I'll do my best to convince them.
Let us know if we have to go in and help you get him. And Lloyd puts Tinu's bag over his shoulder and looks, I'll be right back. And he heads out the door.
Well, if the lizard disappears and you see me come out without him, then it's very likely that he's alive and they're not getting rid of him, which then we'll figure out what we can do from there, because negotiations are not working well.
Oh, but even if he is dead, we still want his body. Because remember they said they wanted him even if he was dead.
Yep. Well, I will... If you see me walking out with a dead body, then... And the lizard stays with you, then... You know he's dead. Well...
Okay.
I might be dragging him. I'm not as strong as...
That's okay.
But... We'll make it happen.
I have a question, Brett.
Yes.
So I have this new spell. Well, a 5th level spell. That... what is it? It can revive somebody even though they've been dead for 10 days. But, if they cut his head off, I don't think it works. I don't think
You
that
cannot
it
mend.
connects.
You can't
Yeah.
mend him.
Wait, where is it? But as long
It's
as
raised
he's
raised
not,
in.
like...
That's
yeah.
the spell.
Oh yeah, here it is. As long as he's not like dead, like not like amputated or anything.
As long as you have the whole body, like, a reasonable amount of the body, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have your, I told you guys to level up, but you guys still haven't long rested yet, so you don't have the spells, any additional slots or anything at the moment. Just letting you know. When will you get some rest, you will?
So, like, I wouldn't have my 5th level slot for leveling up?
No, not until you take a long rest.
Okay. Well, shit. I'll make it work.
Just so you know, Brent. That's what he's going to go do.
Let's see.
If I don't find anything, I don't find anything.
You see Loey, all of you just see Loey walk off down the road, back towards where the dogs and Alice was fighting and that whole conflict went down. At this moment, you notice that all that fog that was around, it still lingers, but it's very, very faint. It looks like it's dissipated over these abandoned farms.
Louis only said he needed 5 minutes, right?
Yep, roughly. My math
I'm
is
so
right.
sorry, Brett. So at the beginning you said we were able to take a short rest, or no?
You guys got a short rest because
Okay.
Kolabadi sat near the house, essentially kind of out of resources, and waited for you guys to come to. Then you healed yourselves, and then you guys rested for an hour. Now, if you guys want to say you didn't, that's fine. I mean, it's up.
Oh, I was just gonna roll hit die if it did.
All right, I sent you a message back on that.
Got it. Let's see. I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll. Really? Okay. All right.
You get what you're looking for, but it takes a while. As noted.
Okay, Loey's gone for longer than he said. He was gonna be.
Yeah, after 5 minutes have passed, Alice will get up and head the way he did to see if she can see what the hell's going on.
It's getting real dark out here. You know, it's about that time when, you know, it's pretty much a little bit after dusk. So unless you have dark vision, you just...
I do.
The light just kind of slowly dim until it's night. And when your eyes adjust, Alice, you can see murky, kind of grayish. You know, it's not like perfect vision, but
Yeah.
you can see Loey is like, it looks like he has a bundle of stuff in his hands, and he's fiddling around with it. But
So
if you walk up, yeah, you see, you know, Loey, you could tell her what you're doing. I mean,
Alice wouldn't be
walk
right up next to him. No, she'd be where she can see him and
You
keep an
see-
eye out. But she's not
You
walking up
see
to
him.
him.
I guess from a distance, you see Loey stuffing something inside of some sort of pack, and he's carefully placing it, pushing it in there, and it's a lot larger than the pack. In fact, you like scratch your hand, like, how the hell is he fitting that? And your mind goes to Tinu's bag of holding. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she knew you took the bag. She figured you're grabbing something to see if she stuffed the stuff in the bag. She'll wait. Just keep an eye out, but she won't interact. No. And she just kind of look around to see if anything, while she's keeping Loey in her vision. Is there anything that catches her eye? Otherwise,
you know, your hair kind of whips in the wind, and you scan, you know, just the horizon, besides the silhouettes of houses and the Drakkenheim mountains in the distance. I can roll me a perception here.
okay. Yeah, this is just like a general, making sure nothing's sneaking up on us, kind of, you know, that whole thing. Not anything actively. It's rolling. Be a 19.
With a 1. Is that a 1 you rolled?
It is
She's got
a 1, but I have reliable
on,
talent
Sam.
as a rogue. It's like, yeah, so 19. Yeah.
I
I can't do magic, but I can see good.
You don't detect any fidgety movements that would indicate something smart out there or something coming for you. But you do know in the distance, you can see the city of Drakkenheim, and the halo of this octarine light becomes really apparent over the city at night. You see that the storms seem to get more intense at night as you look in that direction. But you don't see anything?
You just wait
Yeah.
for... Yeah. Cool. Yeah, beautiful. She just keep an eye out, and that is what it is. She'd wait for Loey to be done.
Yeah, Loey finishes his stuff, and I guess both of you trot back to the rest of the party. You see Dekota is like pulling his jacket against himself as the wind is whipping against him. He goes, besides the wind, it's pretty peaceful out here. But I'm ready to go whenever y'all are.
Yeah, we're done here.
You see he nods, and he quickly trots onto the road to head back down towards Emberwood, the way in which you know, the main roads. Do you guys return?
Yeah, if there's a shortcut, though, Raan would like to try to head straight to Hendrix Farm.
Gotcha. The terrain around Emberwood is pretty much like low grass, rolling hills with some splotches of forest here and there. So it's pretty easy to like kind of wrap around the town and connect to the road that leads to Hendrix Farm. Although it takes you just a little bit longer to get there. But before you guys get to Emberwood, Raan departs from the group.
Sorry, I mean, if going through Emberwood's still faster, then Ron would go through Emberwood. It was just more trying to take the shortest path.
Okay.
So, but Ron is attempting a beeline, unless other things happen.
Understood. You guys return to Emberwood, as you guys have been here for a while now. No, the activity seems to die down at night. You can see fire glow from these old houses and shacks and this muddy ground. Although the lights coming from the chapel of Saint Ardina is kind of glowing through. It's broken, but still mostly constructed windows. Let me see here. Can you guys see them map, or do I need to put a token on?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, cool. Oh, there it is. Got it.
And Caravan's court's closed, right? I'm assuming?
Yeah, at this moment, you can see the large caravans moving away from the court and going towards the Red Lion Hotel, where you know a lot of these merchants stay. There's a few, indiscreet figures walking through the muddy roads, looking over their shoulders, knowing this is a dangerous place. You can hear some rowdiness coming from the direction of the Skull and Sword Tap House, of course. And as you guys move through the center of Emberwood here, you can hear a bit of piano music coming from the Gilded Lily. But it's a pretty subdued night.
Louis scratches his beard. I need to check in with some folks over at the Red Lion. We have time? Or does anybody else have any other business beyond what Ron's doing?
Dekota Jones goes, I meant to say, but it looks at you, Tinu. I told your brother roughly where we kind of stayed at.
Did he look like he was headed that way?
Like I said, things were getting kind of tense before I left, and I'm not sure exactly what happened after that, but he's probably either going to be at Hendrix Farm or there.
Oh, real quick, did Ron leave already?
Oh, he's about to, I'm assuming, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
he came with you
Right.
guys to just go through Emberwood.
Oh, okay. Ron, can you see if Anar is at the farm too?
Yes.
Just in case. I don't know if he went that way, but just in case he did. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll let you know.
Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna head back to the place. Dekota says, kind of scratches his chin. I think that I'm not supposed to go back to Camp Dawn, so I don't know if y'all are gonna go there or not, but I think I'm gonna sit that one out.
Not until we get word from how Ron's thing goes, Dekota.
Yeah, we gotta get Anar back first. I mean, not Anar,
Cool.
Thorn.
Thorn. Mm.
I gotcha. Yeah. He nods, and you see he disappears off in the night back towards you guys' guild hall.
Well, like I said, I wanted to just stop in at the Red Lion and drop a line to some folk. You all know who I'm talking about. And after that, I don't have any more business in Emberwood, unless anybody else does.
Alice just shakes her head.
I don't think I do.
right, good. See? You have something?
You guys mosey on over to the Red Lion Hotel. This time when you get there, you don't see any of the Queensmen soliciting about. But it is nighttime here.
It's separated at this point, just to keep the clarity.
Gotcha. And I'll just delete these tokens and put y'all back on here. And let's get you out of there. And place party. There we go. You guys march up, and you see William Dust, the sandy-haired guy with the scruffy beard. He looks to be smoking a pipe. He seems to be surprised to actually kind of see you guys as you approach.
Loey looks at the door and just starts walking past him. Does he say anything?
No. You see he kind of just looks away and steps out the way of you guys. He looks at you guys up and down as all of you are aching, disheveled, covered in dirt, mud, debris, all types of shit. Y'all do not look like you just woke up and got ready. You look the opposite. But yeah, you come inside and you see Costa Stavros is sitting at the front talking with the lady behind the counter. When you guys walk in, you can see there's a small chest on the table. He immediately closes it. He looks at the lady and she nods and takes the chest and disappears into a back room. Well, I just saw you guys the other night, and that was an unpleasant experience. Just letting you know that.
We won't be here long. Well,
I don't like people peeping in my windows. And he looks at you, Alice.
She just looks at him like she can't be bothered to even acknowledge him. Like, the girl is so tired.
Unless you're getting a room, you can't stay long, he says as you guys just continue on.
I walk past him. I'm going to the bar.
Sure. Also just follow away.
Yeah, you enter in and you although you see them here now, you don't see any of the Iron Helps in here.
Nobody, huh?
You just see what looks to be some of the mercenary guards, probably associated with the other merchants and stuff, you know, operating out of Caravan's Court. But you look around, yeah, you don't see, you do see Kalina standing in the hallway now. But you don't see, any of the dwarves at all, not one.
Loey actually nods to himself, and as he turns around, Alice, you see that he's got a satisfied look on his face. It's like, makes sense. Closes the door. Do you want a drink here? Loey says, looking at you, Alice.
She'll just shake her head and head back towards the front door.
Were you the ones that scared away the dwarves?
Or whatever you need to tell yourself, Stavros.
Oh.
He keeps walking.
Do you see he kind of grimaces? But you guys leave and shut the door and exit back out to Emberwood.
He makes the the wave away sign and says, "I'll be sure to get your stockade when I can." And he leaves.
Understood. Where are you guys going now?
We can go home now. That's all I needed to see.
The rest of you, I assume, Kolobati or anybody else have any other input? If not, I'm gonna switch to Raan here.
Alex doesn't have anything. Just to head back to the group and wait on Raan.
All right. Let's see here.
Same.
Understood. All right. Are you good, Kolobati? Haven't heard anything from you, I don't think.
No, she has no reason to be in town, really.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Let's see what happens with Raan.
Based on that laugh, do I need to pull your camera feed up?
It's up to you if you want. I mean, yeah, I put the link in the resources channel. And for now, I'm just gonna place the party in the corner here. Some of you have vanished off the map. All of you just stick in that corner, except Raan. There we go. All right. Hendrix Farm. I'll throw up an image too. There we go. The farm appears on the horizon, Raan, as you walk the road. On this road, it's pretty desolate. You pass one group of what looks to be mercenaries, adventurers like yourselves, but they say nothing to you and you say nothing to them. Is your crystal in your chest still secured, Raan? Or has anything changed with that?
I would hope it's still secure. Unless, like, Sword Giant took it out or something, I'm not aware.
I mean, like, hidden?
No. If I am...
Okay.
Ever since we went up to, Dragon's Perch, he's had it clearly visible.
Well, this group of adventurers that you walk by, they all do a double take, seeing this almost fluorescent purplish aura just emanating from your chest as you walk through the darkness of the night. It's like you almost have like a glowing black light effect on you, and these group just all stare at you as you pass them, but they say nothing. But if you do a double take, you can definitely hear them talking about the lizard they saw at night on the road with the crystal in his chest.
Oh, let him talk.
Columns of smoke from dozens of campfires and bonfires extend into the distance beyond Hendrix Farm as you walk the road up to the main farmhouses. Now, when you march down the dirt road to this main farmhouse, the pilgrims watch you curiously, and they're out here in their tents at night, moving through the kind of shadows. You can see them against the bonfires that are around. These pilgrims watch you curiously, and it dawns on some of them who you are, and the situation, and why you're here. And shouts ring out through the encampment, alerting of your arrival. Before you get to the main farmhouse here, you see A 30-something half-elf man darts through a crowd of people that begins to form, like, in front of you. I'm just gonna move these guys over here. And no, they are not in the fire. And we're gonna say it's this guy right here. I'm gonna make him yellow. This guy, his head is shaven. He looks gaunt and smells pretty bad. But he says, "Champion Raan, thank you." He's kind of like spitting in your face a bit. "Thank you for bringing me cousin back. His mom went for the sacrament 10 days ago, but she did not transition. He was on his way to St. Selena's for his ritual, and the heathens, they took him." You see he grips onto your clothes. You can see resentment in his eyes. And this guy says, "And of the friends and the loved ones, the ones that did not return?" He shakes his head grimly. "The loved ones here are weeping for them, and sadness and anger." He grips onto your garments tighter. You see he suddenly begins to reach inside his cloak. Tell me what you do, but before you do, roll me an insight.
Oh my god. It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it?
Well, there's a deranged look in his hemp-shaven guy's, like, his eyes. You're not sure what his intentions are, but you see he's reaching deep into his tunic, and he's looking at you in your eyes.
That's fine. I have. Raan has really no fear of any of the. I'm just gonna say, put them as commoners of the Falling Fire. The common folk. So.
I got you. We in a part of the video game where the common folk don't scare you. You know, you just stare at them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, this guy whips out of his cloak a spherical glass orb. It's a bit smaller than the size of your fist. He shoves it into your chest. "Take it! Take it!" He snarls at you.
What is it?
"Take it! Champion, you must take it! You know what you must do."
Raan will hesitantly grab it. I mean, he's still gonna grab it, but he's gonna do it with a little more caution than angst.
At this point, there's probably about triple the amount of tokens, we'll say, on our map here around you. You can feel hands touching you. Some people are putting their hands up in front of your crystal and looking at the light in their hands as it glows off your chest. Wait a minute. We got a picture of Raan. Where's my thing? Let's bring him up. Huh. There we go. The new Raan, as I call it. Yes. Hands reach out towards your chest. It's a bit more scarred around your chest than this image depicts, but this is good. The orb is lighter than you expect, and it appears to be hollow. In the center of the hollow sphere, you see a fragment of delirium, suspended by tendrils of yellow, green, and purple electric energy currents. These currents that's suspending the delirium inside this sphere lash out at the interior of the sphere. And the delirium shard inside looks unstable. It morphs erratically between solid, liquid, and a gas state, and trembles with energy. And on the outside of this sphere, there is these rubber finger grips kind of connected by metal wiring across the surface of the glass. And the thing is warm to the touch. "They deserve to die," the man says. "The divine light cannot be seen. It cannot be seen. Not anymore. The falling fire blinds it." He looks at you expectantly, but then he just continues. "They lash out at us, Brother Raan. Champion, use it and burn them in the flames of justice. You know what you need to do, Champion. Kill them all! Kill them all!" He cackles. You see some of the other followers begin to grab this guy and pull him away.
Guess I can have Body look at it.
What was that?
So I guess I can have Body look at it. Maybe identify what the hell it is. I'm not proficient in Arcana, so.
A line. Nope. Let's close that. Yeah, there we go. A line has pretty much formed in front of you here of people, Ron. It looks like this. I think I can display this. That's what it looks like.
About what I imagined.
Your gaze meets countless eyes, and they look at you eagerly. You can see looks of hope and resentment, Ron, as these people coalesce around you. Some shout quotes of Matthias's text. Something to do with a champion that will rain down fire on the non-believers. And these people have items in their hand. You see handfuls of various jewelry, trinkets, and coin, meager remnants of their valuables that haven't found their way into the bonfire. They all give you these valuables, Ron, each exclaiming gratitude for saving one or more of the followers that you brought back. So it looks like the followers that left you guys made it back safely. Now, you get 100 GP in various jewelry and trinkets from each of the followers that you brought back, which was 8. So you have 800 gold in various jewelry and trinkets, all of which can be sold in Caravan Court.
Do you take it, Ron?
I'm putting in the treasure real quick.
Okay.
And as they're doing this, Ron, Ron's like, thank you. I need to speak with Flynn. I will gladly speak to everyone who desires afterwards, but I need to speak with Nathaniel now.
Nathaniel! You hear Nathaniel! You hear people begin to shout out, calling his name. And after a few minutes, you kind of look towards the south as everybody's looking in that direction. And you see the fire glow from the bonfire cascading light onto Nathaniel Flint. And walking next to him is the farm owner, Elijah Hendrix. When the followers finally disperse, and you kind of push them away and move towards Flint and Elijah, he gestures for you to follow him to the smaller house on the west side of the farm here.
Ron obliges.
And thank you for helping me out here, moving the tokens.
Of course, I'm muted because the dog is playing with speaker noise. So.
Mr. Brahm. All right. What do I want to do here? No. I think we'll go with our usual here. Now let me zoom in our map here for our stream. The interior of this farmhouse is cozy. There is a dim glow from the fireplace that illuminates a bunch of clutter around here. The living room looks converted into a dining space and work area, and the tables are dirty and have random dishes, farm tools, and papers about on them. You see Lousy and Froth from the free lunch party is in here. Now, when you all enter, he reacts by making himself busy, immediately fixing some bowls of weak soup from the pot near the fireplace. You notice he's growing a scruffy beard. Elijah Hendrix gently clears out the other followers in the house. They leave, some doing double takes at you, Raan. These guys. Elijah draws the curtains, shuts the door, locks it. Flint and Elijah make space at the table. And then they sit. And this whole place aches and groans. They look for you to take a seat with them.
Let's take a seat as well.
Out the window, you can see shadows of other followers moving about in the night. And the smeared kind of glow of the bonfire. Flint gives you an approving smile and nod. We haven't seen Flint in a while. We should throw him up here. And I'll throw up Elijah too. These guys. And I'll throw up. Well, I'll leave Froth out. Sylvie got back a few hours ago and had quite a lot to say. She's resting now, Flint says.
Yeah, I bet she did have a lot to say, and we'll get to her. But first and foremost, is Thorn still alive? And did he come back with them?
You see he purses his lips and cocks his head a little bit, looking at you in your eyes. The soul of that young, misguided priest is no longer in this world.
I would like to know who took his life.
There's a lot of things we need to discuss, but I also want to let you know that word is spreading throughout camp that you and your friends protected the flock as best as you could, brought our brothers and sisters back. And not only that, you rebuked the paladins of the old world for torturing our people. And it will inspire them. Let them know that the path to the truth is protected by those who've walked it before them. And it's going to make some folks take the sacrament sooner rather than later, which is what we need, Brother Raan, Champion Raan. Now, do I think things could have been handled differently out there? Yes, I do, but it's not up to me, or really you. From what I understand, to answer your question, there was some struggle, and unfortunately, Sylvie had to do what she had to do.
Yeah. Ron just looks at me and goes, I don't buy that. And not your story. Or...
Well, think about it, Ron. I can't say I would have been able to restrain myself and do something different, considering what she went through before you saved her. But it's best not to worry about it now.
Isn't that part of the resolutions? Is having empathy and hope and trust, trusting that the champion had the follower's best interest at heart with his plan, especially with the upcoming of Temple's Gate.
And I want to talk about that. Now, what ought to, should have happened, and the resolutions as you bring up, well, also in Matthias's teachings, is protecting the flock. And we do have enemies. Not everyone's going to be, as you know, definitely. You see, he pulls back his tunic and shows the crystal in his chest. Not everyone's going to understand our goals. And they're going to hate us. And they're going to abuse us and use us. Part of the reason we have champions, while there's foretold to be champions, is because of this. Now, how the end arrives is incomprehensible to mortal minds. When you take the sacrament, you see he kind of rubs the crystal in his chest, where you can see the glow of his soul. When you take the sacrament, you transcend and get a moment of clarity. You remember that feeling, Ron?
Ron nods.
It made sense. It all made sense. We need to focus in on that feelings in times like this, when the unexpected happens. The purpose may not be clear to us now, why that noble had to die. But it makes sense in other worlds. You bring up Matthias's teachings. In her 12th revelation, I recall a quote, that the truth we seek, it feels like waves hitting you at the shore. Now, how the wave got there is beyond us. It's a soup of complicated forces. But the resonance of those forces touch us, letting us know that there is a source of it all. That Flamekeeper's death is a wave, one of many to come. How about you tell me what happened out there? And I'm very curious. to why that elven young man, Anar, is not with you.
So Ron will tell the
Yeah,
story.
you don't have to like
start to finish.
line by line. Yeah, gotcha.
Being 100% honest, there's no
Okay.
there's nothing hidden in it. He'll explain, the battle, them, pushing people off the edge, including, Sylvie's.
Now there's something that happened with, I hope nobody back channels this, but there was something that happened with Thorn. Do you remember, and do you tell him that?
What, with the book, or before that?
Before the book, while you guys were at Dragon's Perch.
The book?
I can give you an insight.
Sure. Is it while we were in the cave?
No, it was while you were confronting Thorn Radley and his paladins.
Oh, he's talking about when he lifted them
You're
up
not
and
there.
threw them off. Oh, sorry.
Inside of 13.
Well, I'll leave it up to you whether you recall that.
I didn't quite catch what was saying. So.
Oh, 13? You think, in the back of your mind, there was something that you think that was probably important, that happened that you may want to be discerning with. That, how should I play this? In your story, Nathaniel suddenly sits up and he goes, I want to return to something real quick. So, your friend, the one that came here before and had some problems with us, the one with the sword, the half-orc man.
Mm-hmm. Thorin.
Yeah. Now, he used some item to throw one of the paladins off the cliff.
I saw he used something. I wasn't really paying attention to him. I was paying attention to the other paladin. But go ahead.
Okay. But you continue on. He just notes that.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Ron doesn't specifically know anything about the item. He's not familiar with what all the seals and stuff are outside of just the basic lore behind it. So I know that Ron wouldn't say that, yeah, he used the seal. But
Are
Ron
you
would
saying
say,
your
yeah,
character would not know anything about these items at all?
I would
Just
say
for
the
future
knowledge
reference.
Ron knows,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I would say the knowledge Ron knows is strictly what has been said in the story, that there's 5 or 7 seals of Drakkenheim, and that they were all used to
Okay.
basically around the neck.
For now, he just rolls on past that.
Okay.
Lausian, he comes by and serves some soup, and he sits down with you. And after you say everything, he sits for a long moment, quiet, brows hunched together, kind of stroking his chin. But then he finally says, first, I need to let you know that when St. Brennus is consecrated, there will be another place besides St. Selena to take the sacrament. And our numbers will grow.
Okay.
And more champions will rise. And perhaps a prophecy will come true. A new champion will become a saint. He gives you kind of an amused smile, at least it's amusing to him. And he says, the first and last of the falling fire saints. And this saint will take on to the skies on a dragon of black flame and guard our sanctuary, Drakkenheim, until the end of the world. Keep that in mind, Champion Raan. Next. Sylvie told me that that young man Anar broke her heart. And there was a struggle of some sort, some conflict between them, some argument, and he left her alone out there. Do you know where he went?
To my knowledge, he's supposed to meet He did come back and say that he's headed to our camp, right?
Yep, you would know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, Raan would say, to my knowledge, he was supposed to head back to our camp to speak further with his sister.
I see. Anar's resolutions have been going slow ever since his sister showed up. He's been distracted. Flint shakes his head. I told him Matthias would give him clarity at St. Brenna's, and I even requested a place to be left open for him and Sylvie to take the sacrament there. Sylvie's having a hard time believing he would abandon his path now when he's so close, after everything they've been through together. Do you think he would go to the Silver Order?
No.
Why not?
Hang on, got a cough. Because just because his faith may be in limbo, the last thing he said is that before he did anything, he still wanted to speak to Lucretia Matthias at St. Brenna's. He still wanted to talk with her to discuss the faith, to make either to grow deeper within the faction, or I don't know, find answers, find clarity. I can't speak 100% for him, but that's the last word.
He was very worried about his mother, who apparently has been lost in Drakkenheim. I think his sister, the cleric that's been with you, knows about that, right?
Some.
She knows some?
Well, the last she knows is that her mother was taken away into Drakkenheim, and part of her path into the city is to see if she can locate her mother. And she's been trying to request Anar's help, and Anar has not been as adamant to go because of his faith. He has wanted to focus on his faith.
As he
Now,
should.
if that's changed, I don't have that answer.
All right. So at this point, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Everybody is like, all of you guys are good role players. Now, some of the stuff I could go into a back channel for, but it may take me a second. Or if all of you agree, I'm going to leave it up to Raan. Or we could just keep going, and I could trust you guys accordingly. It's up to you how y'all want to play it.
Can I dip and then just ping me when you guys are done?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll be in the break
Or
room.
we could just go in. We could just go in the other. I mean, are you the rest of you?
You
Or
can
what
go
I-
on the other channel, Brent. Keep
Okay.
it a secret. You're fine.
Okay, all right. Let's hop into
Oh,
this other
I'm
channel.
cool either way. Yeah.
All right, let's go into AFK.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
Oh God.
Okay. I think it's better this
All right.
way, but I just wanted to be sure. All right.
Real quick, I think what you're referring to as torn is probably when I had the migraine. Was the session I had the migraine and had to
You're
dip
fine.
early.
No, it's
So that's why I'm probably having the issue of remembering what exactly happened with him.
It's okay.
Outside of the seal, but everything else, yeah.
That's no problem. No problem. Yeah, I'm not here to stress you out.
You're not.
Or make it
Go
worse.
for it.
So, Flint says, Sylvie told me while they were being tortured out there at Dragon's Perch, one of our folks confessed that Matthias will be coming to St. Brenna's for that consecration I just mentioned. But our follower, our brother, who's not here with us anymore, he didn't tell them when. Thankfully, none of the old world paladins made it back, apparently, to tell the Silver Order, or maybe your other friends. He closes his eyes and gestures a finger towards you, Raan, while whispering some incantation. And you hear a voice in your head, but I'm just going to send this to your channel for you here. This is what you hear.
Okay.
Flynn opens his eyes and says, I trust you will keep that information from those who would want to do us harm. Now, if the Silver Order thought they did have truthful information for when Matthias was coming, it will be tempting for them to try and capture Matthias on the way to St. Brenna's. Slaying the Prophet would be a good distraction to the death of that noble priest, Radley. And they won't want to send their knights because they don't have good protection from the ether at St. Brenna's. But like I mentioned, they may want to hire your friends. Now, since the Knifebites, as you call them, have a relationship with the Silver Order, I imagine the Order would trust information coming from them, no?
All of them but me.
Yes. Probably more so than other mercenaries. Now, the idea I have is that you and the Knifebites can maybe misdirect the Silver Order, telling them the consecration of St. Brenna's is on the day it's not. Matthias may be physically old, but her devotion is still powerful, and the Silver Order would know that, he says, kind of thinking. The Knifebites could convince the Silver Order to let them use the scepter for the capture of her. The Silver Order would probably send some of their best flamekeepers to this trap I'm explaining, which is even better. And the plan is, you choose a day and time to tell the Silver Order when Matthias would be en route, or your friends would tell that to the Silver Order. And if they agree to mount some type of plan to capture her at this false day and time, the Eater will be there waiting for them. And even if they don't bring the scepter, they'll probably lead some of their best flamekeepers and knights to be eaten. weakening them at the siege. And also teaching them that we're not as helpless as we look. Now, if we continue down this road and maybe do something like this, you could tell your friends. The Knifebites most likely won't have much to do in this scenario, besides leading them to the area of the Eater and making sure they don't escape their fate. I know you had some other ideas about how to get the scepter during the siege, I think. And Weber took that offer very seriously. Enough to say that he was going to go to St. Selena's and tell Matthias about it. But to be honest, Brother Raan, I think getting the scepter from the Order's camp may be more trouble than it's worth. Unless we know exactly where it is and how to get it. And if you can get your friends on board for this, and if the Silver Order lets them take the scepter to this place where we will trap them.
Well, I like the idea, but right now, the Knifebites are going to need leverage to get back into Camp Dawn. And that's only going to be if you guys are willing to part with Thorn Radley's body for them to take back. Because that will show that in their best attempt, they have completed their mission. And Ophelia and the Captain, whatever his name is, Captain Aragorn.
Look, the Order might try and hire your friends to look for Radley, or maybe even send some of their own paladins, but they won't find him unless Matthias wills it. And if they do try to hire and send mercenaries, well, like I'm explaining, we can lead them on a different goose chase that will teach them another lesson, embarrass them more.
So you don't think? Again, they're not going to listen to the party without leverage. And
if you tell them, or come up with some plan with your friends, Raan, something convincing, that Matthias will be at a certain place at a certain time, they may take that. That man who runs the Silver Order, I forget his name too. They all blend together as just oppressors. He smiles at you. But
Theodore Marshall.
Yes, yeah. Theodore Marshall. I have a feeling he's not going to want to put a spotlight on this issue and have them bumble around Drakkenheim, or even come here and get involved. And even if they do come here, well, we can make the case to the flock that safety is in the sacrament, and the sanctuary that's Drakkenheim. Whatever conflict happens here will bring more to the sacrament, into the city.
You're not worried about it being a possible slaughter on Hendrix Farm, spilling off the falling fire blood here?
No. Raan, you are an amazing champion. But we have other champions from all across the realm. They would come here and there would be damage done. I'm not denying that. Blood would be spilled. But to get rid of us? He smiles at you. All of us? That's not going to happen overnight. That's a project that would take months of them dealing with. And this Theodore Marshall has other things to worry about. That siege. He's not going to waste a bunch of his nights coming here to deal with us. At least that's what I'm betting on. And if you could convince your friends to give him something else more plentiful to focus on, it'll be even better.
Can I kind of see what his disposition is about all this? Is that, aka, does he believe what he's saying? Is he?
What are you trying to discern?
I'm trying to see if he's trying to lead me on a separate path than. Well, first off, I'm trying to figure out if he's lying about, what's his name? Thorn Radley. I'm trying to see if, I'm assuming Thorn Radley's dead, but, the whole, they'll never find his body. But I'm also trying to figure out is he trying to lead me on a separate path to cover something else? Essentially what I'm trying to figure out, because Raan is a very honest character, so he's also very trusting. But hence the reason why I build him with a high insight is to try to figure out if something's not right. So that's more.
Okay.
Luca thinks there's something that feels funny with this, but that could just be me. So
go for it. Yes, I understand. One, you get a sense that this plan he's talking about, he's pretty sincere about it. You get a sense that he's willing to sacrifice some of the quote-unquote flock in order to get such done. You also get a sense that he's authentic about the idea that if the Silver Order comes to Hendrix Farm, that whatever casualties may result in that is acceptable in order to keep Thorn Radley from them. You guys haven't discussed why or like what, but like, I mean, you can imagine. But
yeah,
you understand that, and there was something else you
Thorn's body.
You could tell he believes that Thorn is dead. About Matthias. You get a sense that he's very confident in the idea that they will never find his body.
Okay.
You could try to convince him to tell you where it's at if you want, but that's just... He seems pretty convinced that it's gonna be okay. But not it's gonna be okay, but they won't find his body.
I mean, Ron's not charismatic, so the goal for him is not to convince, is to understand the point of what's being said.
Flint says the Knight Captain knows searching for this noble paladin is this event. It's going to shake the soldiers, and engaging in it further, I imagine it's just going to be a distraction to his siege. The whole reason they are here is to get that gate, then destroy the sanctuary that is Drakkenheim. Destroy all of us. And it's costing them a lot to be here. And I think Ilaria is looking for results probably sooner rather than later. I mean, the Knight Captain is going to have to make a choice. Spend time coming after us, or make sure his operation goes right. And I think he's going to choose the latter for now, Champion Raan. And if he doesn't, it still helps us down the road. They'll waste resources coming after us, stumbling around in Drakkenheim looking for the priest. And we can further use that to weaken the siege. Matthias wants to talk with you about something when she comes to St. Brenner's, by the way. So you must be there.
On that day.
He nods.
Well, I was hoping to speak with her sooner, as I had given the offer of my party and I to traverse the crater.
Well, you can always travel to St. Selena's, but where you and I have taken the sacrament and are protected from the ether there, your compatriots aren't. They won't be able to go inside.
She had mentioned something about that, but she said I needed to bring them to her, and she would discuss things further, as well as any additional plans for Temple's Gate, in which we can
Well,
maybe not eradicate the Silver Order, but cut their numbers to a point where it's no longer profitable for them to remain in Emberwood, Drakkenheim.
oh, Brother Raan. We've been blessed with this event. I think when the prophecy is fulfilled, there will be no more Silver Order. But that's just me. If you go to St. Selena's to see Matthias before the 15th, then I guess that's fine, but that's on you. But just know that she's expecting you to at least see you on the 15th.
Well, if our party is able to follow with Anar and bring him there, if anything, we might even provide a full escort help provide an escort for Falling Fire who are going there. So I can discuss that with my party as well. See their thoughts. A little extra security through Drakkenheim never hurt.
I need you to come back and let me know, Raan, if they're on board.
I will.
What we just discussed. It's very important.
I have a few extra matters I'd like to bring up.
I know you'll try your best.
100%. So, first and foremost, and he will pull the necklace of Fireball out.
Okay.
He'll say he'll hand it back over to Flint, and I had to use one in assistance to save the folk. But unfortunately, the party had to use one of the diamonds to cast Revivify. And I'm wondering if there's a way you guys are able to get one of those to help replenish.
He raises an eyebrow. He goes, "From what you told me, you resurrected the noble, the Radley fellow."
Correct. But
that's on the Silver Order. Now, if they want to help that cleric that's with you, then that's on them. If you get them on board for what we're talking about here, I don't think there will be a problem. I'll go through the lengths to get a diamond if you need it. But that'll take time. But that's if you get them on board.
I'll do my best. I might not have an answer immediately tomorrow, but I should within a day or two.
You did well, Raan. Don't second guess yourself.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, as you know, my group goes, that's pretty much outside of bringing the Falling Fire people back, which was my primary goal. The remaining mission seems to be a failure. So there was so much hinging on that.
Their missions are not on the path, Brother Raan. Whatever your other friends seek or want to do, that's besides what we're doing, and that really doesn't matter.
I understand that, but their paths have all brought me here in front of you having this moment. So my faith dictates that they still have more there's still more purpose for me with them, and
That's true. They serve a purpose. But just remember that.
So.
They serve a purpose.
And Ron's gonna lift up the back of his cloak to show the branding of the Queen's men from the.
He narrows his eyes at it, and Elijah gives like a scoff.
This was one of the costs to save all our folk. And he'll explain to Eric.
Let me check something here. Let me see. He grimaces and he goes, "Are you marked for death? Is that what that means?"
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping to ask you. See if you know anything that might be able to identify if this is magical, what the point of this is outside of physical branding.
Well, he thinks here then he goes, "I know. We have a dwarven cleric with us who's been here a while. I think he may be able to at least look at it. But it's going to take a minute to go ahead and find him in the camp. You want to wait?"
I'll wait. And my last request is, I guess my last request would be a moot point because I want to speak with Lucretia in regards to Sylvie's actions before she can take the sacrament. Because at this point in time, I do not believe her ready.
He frowns. He goes, "Sylvie's been with us a long time. Now, I'm not in charge of who... When it comes the moment for the sacrament, I don't think there's going to be any time to stop the ritual for questions. But I don't understand why you think bad of her. She did what she must, right? If your life was on the line."
Well, it's no different than you know, Lucretia Matthias giving me an order and me completely defying it. Would that not be, divine?
What order was given to Sylvie? What order was given to Sylvie?
To not hurt or lay hands on Thorn or any of the other Silver Order members.
I don't recall anybody ever telling her that. You saying you told her that?
Correct.
But then you weren't around. And things happened. So if she died, let him go? Run back to the Silver Order?
No, when she did it in front of me.
I understand that. But then something else happened later. You weren't around for that. And I'm not saying you should have been. Sound like some chaotic circumstances. All I'm saying is that I can understand Sylvie protecting her life. She has more to learn. She wants to make it to the sacrament. And for her to, I don't know, just die and let that Flamekeeper, the one that tortured our people, apparently threw them off cliffs to let them just return back home. I split with you there, Brother Raan. But there's space for us to disagree on that. Because like I said, the larger plan is beyond us. We're just feeling the waves.
What do you think the larger plan is?
I know what the larger plan is. The larger plan is to protect our sanctuary, Drakkenheim, to bring more into the flock. To, if we can, convert this entire realm and world to the falling fire. That's what we're here for. So when the end comes, our people transition. And those that lack faith don't. And those that had faith but didn't make it to the end, well, we will remember them. We'll carry on their names into the new world. It's more than just you and me. It's all of us together.
Raan nods at that.
With your work, I have a feeling there's going to be more than a few dozen out there surrounding you one day, Brother Raan. Our people's going to look towards the light of the fire, and then they're going to turn and look towards the darkness behind them. And standing between there is going to be you. Till the end of the world.
That's just for me. Just to see what Ron's mental disposition on that is.
I'll find Rufus for you. You see, he looks over at Laucian and goes, "Go get Rufus." And Laucian nods. He gets up from the table. You can rest here if you need to spend the night. Of course, any of these rooms here are yours. Like I said, think about the sketch of what I brought before you about this plan. I'm pretty sure we'll need to figure out some of the exact details as we go along, but if you can get your friends to see the path and see that the Silver Water is not their friends, it'll go a long way. And you don't need to worry about the Eater. I'll make sure all that's in place.
Raan nods.
I'm gonna go ahead and make sure everyone's all right, and plus, I gotta speak before it's too late. Elijah, Nathaniel, and of course Laucian is left. They get up, they unlock the door, and they leave you, trusting you with this place. And we can go back to the other side unless there's anything else you want to do.
No, Raan will wait for the cleric to see if there's anything that he can tell me in regards to it just being a branding. And then
Got it.
I do intend going back to our camp tonight, not here.
So, I think I got a picture of this guy. Eventually, let's see, do I got this guy? Yep. Eventually, a kind of grimy, but well kept, I guess we'll say, dwarf
cool.
by the name of Rufus Apollo shows up. He has a book and he's scribbling in it. He looks like he's really deeply internal in his own mind, and it takes Lausian a bit to kind of snap him out of it and explain the situation. He comes to your back and he looks over it, and he nods and mumbles and grumbles to himself. You see, he then flips through his book and he looks at it, flip through his book and he looks at it. And then he touches and he speaks an incantation. He grumbles, you can barely understand this guy. He goes, "You've been, on your back, long as it's there. You can be controlled, dominated, taken over, you know." And he nods.
How do you remove it?
Thanks. Ritual restoration, maybe.
Raan nods in appreciation for the information.
He just grumbles and then goes back to his book and he wanders out and leaves you guys there.
That's good. Raan will wild shape into a raven, and he'll step out if anybody else wants to talk to him real quick. He'll deal with them, and then he'll wild shape into a raven and start flying back to
Yeah, you mingle with the
The
crowd, the followers for a bit, and when you turn into a raven, they all gasp in like awe as you just fly away. He's so magical. What a magical lizard. All right.
I know, right?
We can go back to the other channel now.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
Oh, welcome back.
Yes, we're back. We are back. So now we're gonna switch to our hideout here. And where's it at? No. And cool. Then I think we'll do. Oh my gosh, this map.
I know, it was like dancing its way in.
I know,
All
it's
the
like
things you got.
flickering and loading. It's doing it on my side too. Sheesh. Okay, I think it's done.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm waiting for Chrome to crash.
I think it's... Is it done? Okay, I think it's done. Alright. Whoa. Place party. Bam. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a 10, and then we'll get back to what you guys are doing. At the hideout. Is that fine?
Okay.
We're good?
So come back on the
Alright.
Oath.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. See if we can get the from the bed by then. Okay.
Alright.
I'll make Alex do it.
BRB.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
Check. 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 Okay. All right. We are
All right.
good. All right, all right, all right.
Come back.
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brent, for almost blurting out about this seal. I was just listening.
No,
I
it's
was
wrong.
too excited to play.
It's
It's like,
all
oh,
good.
I know what that is.
I was just saying what Ron was gonna say. All right. I'm gonna put this guy over here. So are we all good?
Oh wait, I am. I
Me.
don't know about the others.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm here.
We're here. We're here. We're all here.
Yep.
Awesome.
Alex isn't. Doba's not, but. I think
But
he's
it's
gonna
fine.
need it.
Yeah. So all right. Well, you guys march down the road past Hendrix Farm. You imagine Ron is down there doing whatever, and eventually there is that offshoot off the road that climbs up a steep hill into a forested area that, of course, leads back to our ruined guild hall. And you arrive to see some dim fire glow coming from the inside. And you can move yourselves. You come back to the place you've been staying, the place you now call home. It looks, for the most part, pretty cleaned up. And you note that Salty Father's left with you guys, but you didn't see him for a while, and now he's back here. He sits on a table, and there's a bunch of like destroyed breadcrumbs and seeds and stuff all over the table. And he has some on his chest. He looks at you and squawks and puffs up his feathers.
Hi, Salty Feathers.
I hate you!
Still faffing about, are you bird?
I know you hate me, but I love you.
Alive for now! Squawk! That's what he says. He just bobs up and down.
Where in the hell are you gonna get food if we're all dead? You damn overgrown pigeon.
Yanis comes out from back and goes, "You keep inviting folks up here, we're gonna have to start charging people for rooms. There's an elf in the back."
Anar?
Elf.
Tina runs to the back right away.
He shrugs. Yeah, if you go through the house and out the back door of the kitchen area where you see Yanis has his setup, you see there is a bonfire where you guys sat out just a few nights ago. And you can see the shadow of a thin elven figure sitting on a log near the fire, kind of deep in contemplation.
Tina runs up and hugs him from behind.
You startle him. He almost falls off the log, and he turns and looks at you. You see his startlement turns into kind of a nervous laughter, but he gives you a hug back. He
I'm
stands
glad
up
you
and he
made
looks. He
She
goes,
pats his back.
"The dwarf in there said that the odds were good. You guys were going to come back, so I'm happy you're back too. I'm happy you made it."
I just got a new tattoo. That's probably gonna kill me, but yeah. Do you want
That-
to see it?
Did that creature do it to you? He
Um,
nods,
so
yeah.
I was passed out, but apparently, yes, Bati got away, and she told us that he did. And Tina would turn around and like move her braid so he can see the tattoo on her back. Or burning. I guess it's a burn, not a tattoo.
It's a
I don't know what it
branding.
is. Yeah.
You see he kind of gasps at the sight of it. He goes, "Oh, that must have been painful."
I don't remember.
I
Wait,
remember.
Brett, was it painful? Brett,
You were unconscious.
passed out.
Well, you
Yeah.
were.
Does it
This
hurt now though?
guy, it does burn, yeah, when you think about it.
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
Okay, then yeah, I'll
Um,
say yeah. Yeah.
You feel more beat up from the giant like squeezing you to death, that thing, and like
Oh,
fucking you
yeah.
guys up.
Yeah, it hurts, but I think the giant hurt more. But we're okay. We made it alive, barely. Wait, Anar, I wanted to ask you. So, I
How
think.
can you just be so happy?
Oh, because we made it back and we're alive and we didn't die. And you're here. I'm happy that you're here. Because I thought something bad happened.
He raises his eyebrows and he writes himself on the log. Something bad did happen.
Did Sylvie kill Thorn?
He looks at you. And he goes, I'm pretty sure she did. But she left me.
Wait. So, wait. Real quick. I will sit down with you and you can tell me all about your feelings, but right now, I really need to know about Thorn because there was something that we needed to do with him. So, on our way back, we ran into Dekota, and Dekota said that she demanded that he give her over. I mean, he give Thorn to her. And then he said that you guys got into an argument, and then he left. After that, what happened? Because there's no way Thorn would have went with her to the farm if he was still alive.
Yeah, that's all right. That other man, Sylvie said that he would never leave us alone, and if he got back to the Silver Order, he would send more of those knights and stuff after us, but I'm not sure that would have happened necessarily, and I told her that we would defend ourselves if it went any further. And that hurting him could make it worse. We went back and forth for a while. Then she said that she was going to do what she needed to do with him. I didn't want to be there for that. I was so mad. I felt like after all this time, she cared more about everything else and not me. But I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry,
I
Anar.
walked away, and that other man, he told me roughly where you guys were at, but I already knew. Everyone at Hendrix Farms knows where the Knifebites are staying, for the most part at this point, but the last I recall was hearing her scream after me as I walked away. She sounded in pain.
Are you okay?
He hangs his head.
Tina gives him another hug. Sometimes we have to be selfish to do the right thing for ourselves. And
I don't know what the right thing is. But what I do know is that if we all go to the new world, or if I go to the new world, and he looks at you, I will want you and my family with me.
you mean the new world the elves are gonna go to, right? Or are you talking about the, she points search, that new world, the crystal one?
I don't know what new world. Oh, I think
told
you talk about those myths that Father used to talk about.
No, they're not myths. I told you, Bati is from there, from the Isle of Sky, and she said that. Yeah.
They all say that, but I don't know. When I say the new world, I mean what comes after all of this. And he says, and he points around to the forest around him.
Well,
don't you feel it? Things are breaking apart. Nations are breaking apart. Towns, people, families. Everything's falling apart.
So you know something, Anar? You know how I was telling you about the light and the darkness and all of that? And you know how I told you that I was having a hard time with my belief. Cause you know, I'm not like Kala. And you asked me how I could be so happy. And I used to worry about those things too. I'm not saying I don't worry about them anymore, but she pulls out the blue coin that Corin gave her.
He looks at it.
I kind of decided, yeah, she gives. I ran into this weird guy, and he thinks I'm an angel. Anyways, I kind of am starting to decide that I think if we spend too much time worrying about tomorrow and about all of that, then we would just be sad all the time. Instead, I think I want to be selfish, Anar. I think I want to be happy that even though I got branded and I hurt and I got smashed by a giant, that I got back alive and that I saved you and that you're here and that Uncle Louie and Alice and Kolabadi and Thorn and even Raan is still here. And I think that I've accepted that that's enough and that that's my happy. Because if I just sat here and wondered where Kala was all the time and where Mom was, I would just be sad all the time and I would never get anything done. So I think that it's good that you are thinking about those things and that you want us all to go, because I want all of us to be there together too. But right now what if you're, so let's say you see that bush over there, right? And there's like your favorite sweet in it, yes? And you're looking at it and you're looking at it and you're looking at it and you want to run to it, right? Because it's your favorite thing in the world. But then on the way, what if they had like more and you just didn't look? Like, and she was pointing at this bush, and then she points at this one. What if you missed the one that was on this one here because you're too busy looking at the one over there? So maybe slow down.
I remember when we were younger and we would wade through the marshland and you and Kala would. There was this old man that used to work at this fruit stand. He would tell us about how there was reptiles, alligators, and things that lived in those marshes, and not to go out too far, but we would go out there anyway. And both of you would run out there. And you would beg me to come, but I had my stutter then. Couldn't say what I really wanted to say. That I wanted to be as brave as you. But
you are, Anar. The stutter has nothing to do with it. You came all the way out here even with the stutter.
what I'm saying, Tinu, is that the reason why you're not afraid now, and if Kala was here, she definitely wouldn't be, is because you could live in a moment like that. You can accept things, I guess, for how they are. Somehow you always had faith that it will work out in the end.
That's not true.
No?
I don't know if it's going to work out, Anar. And it's not true. I'm not brave at all. It's what we have to do, you know?
You don't realize it. That person you were talking about that thought you were an angel? Because they see it in you.
It's... Ugh, Tina shakes her head. Just
Believe
wait
in
until you
something.
meet him. He apparently has, like, 8 kids.
Oh.
10 kids? I don't remember. Anar, I don't want you to be sad. It's okay to be sad, though. But I know what you're trying to say. But I think that... I don't know. I think that you can be happy, too. I mean, I know there's, like, no reason to be happy out here. And, like, it's Drakkenheim, but...
It's okay. You don't have to do all that.
Do you
I
want me
just
to go
want
with
to
you
see...
to talk?
Yes, I do. He looks at you.
Well, I meant Sylvie. Do
Oh.
you want to go talk to her? I mean, I'm gonna go with you to see Lucretia and Matthias. I told you that I would. But I'm talking about right now, today. Not tomorrow, today.
No.
Okay.
I want to wait and see. I spent all this time hoping that the path would show me what I'm supposed to do and why I'm here. I thought I was here and I would find the truth. And maybe I would find Mother through that truth. Matthias, when I looked at her, I'd never seen someone so calm. Someone's kind of like you in a way.
No, that's not true. No.
Yes.
I was going to say that.
Had faith in the moment. But I know you don't believe. I know. And I'm not trying to go
it's not
there.
that.
All I'm trying to
No,
say
it's
is
not.
that I want to stay here until the consecration. And
Well,
then
I'm not telling you to go home. You can stay here if you want.
good.
But I just want you to know that I don't know what I'm doing either. And I don't know where I'm going either. The whole time I've been here, I finally just decided that pick one thing. Because you know how to walk, right? To walk, we have to put one foot first. And if you never do that, we're never going to go anywhere. So I still don't know what I believe in. I don't even know if I believe in the church. Don't tell Kala I said that though. But right now,
You at least
my
believe in
one-
that crystal.
Yeah, because I spoke to it, and I want to believe. Because like you, Anar, I want to know my truth too. But maybe we can't find it because we are being indecisive.
Well, we don't have answers now, but maybe
If Kala
soon we
was
will.
here- Kala was here, she would.
Yeah. I know you have your friends and whatever you're doing inside. I just want to think about everything for a while.
Okay. Well,
I want to make myself useful though. You see, he seems to think I'm pretty decent with a bow these days. And I know some of the terrain around Emberwood and Drakkenheim.
Anar, what do you want to do? Just tell me. You know you don't have to beat around the bush. What do you want?
Well, if you need me to be out there with you, you let me know. And I'll
Okay.
figure out something. But I'm tired. You see, he puts his hand on your knee. And he gives you an earnest look, and he goes, even though you're not certain either, thank you for still showing up.
I'll always look for you, Anar. You're my brother.
Thank you, sister.
Oh, she digs in her bag and pulls out a friendship bracelet, as Louis calls it, and she gives it to her. Here! Everybody
Sure.
has one. It's so you know you're not alone.
He puts it on.
Okay, I'll let you think. Don't think too long.
The dwarfinaire told me to just take a room upstairs. I think I'm gonna lay down.
Okay.
Then he goes,
You.
and he walks upstairs and leaves you.
Before we're done, I would go back to the party and tell them what Anar told me. So,
Well, meanwhile, sure,
yeah.
that will happen. But does anybody do anything in the meantime?
I can go first. Loey looks at Yanis as Tinu's heading back to talk with Anar and says, has Dekota come back yet? Has he checked in with you?
You catch him in moments he's bursting in and out of the kitchen. You see he has some soup, and you see he's dutifully like serving all of you guys food. He goes, no, I haven't seen the man with the jacket.
He's supposed to be here, I thought.
He just looked at you and shrugs. Well,
All right.
look, you look like shit. You smell like shit. Eat some food. Clean up. All of you.
Uncle, you have some, burlap and some twine. What you use around any of the supplies, stuff you don't need, something like that.
He thinks, well, I think I got some sacks in here that we got from Emberwood. By the way, gonna need some more coin, keep this operation up.
How much?
He begins to go through like a laundry list of like food items, water, other modifications he would like to make. He diatribes. He goes off and talks about his distill. And at the end of the day, you think maybe like 50 gold or something.
Done. And Loey takes goes into his coin purse and he counts out 5 stacks of 10. Then he pushes it towards the Ennis. Take Anar with you when you go. Make sure nobody mugs you. And take your kit, too. Shit's dangerous down there. Maybe even Dekota should go, just to make sure you don't get rooked by that Aaron and the rest of Caravan Court.
You sure you want the lad out there? I'll take him down. Tried to joke with the moat, but didn't seem too much up to it.
You shouldn't be going into Caravan Court alone with the way things are, Uncle.
I'm fine. But no, nobody's come through. It's just been me and the fucking bird. You see, Salty Feathers and Satara are just like looking at each other.
Well, it might get a little bit more busy around here, and depending upon how things go in the next couple days, we'll see. He chews his lip. Bati, he looks across the bar towards you. Oh, did Carl step away? Oh, no.
She turns her head.
Do you have any paper? Pen? I haven't had a chance to buy any. I think I'm out. I was hoping Dekota had some, but he's not here yet.
Speaking of such, you hear a door open. You see Dekota comes in. Oh. Well, that was quick. How'd you guys beat me here?
Well, never mind. There's a resident wordsmith. Dekota, give me some paper and a pen. I gotta write a message.
Well, sure. You know, you see he reaches in his side satchel that he has, and he digs around, and he comes over. He goes, man, he sits down. I'm so happy all my shit was still there. I was worried for a second. You see he pulls out a small notebook, and he rips out some pages, and he slams it in front of you. You prefer ink or charcoal?
I don't care which. I'll take charcoal. Cheapest shit you got. I just need to scroll a note.
Understood. You see he takes out a charcoal pencil and he gives it to you. The eraser on that one's really good.
Won't break it. Not. I think I only need one draw. I know my numbers in my figures in writing. Bati, I want to make sure before I write this. Your friend over there. He good at carrying messages?
Depends on what you want him to do.
You think he could stop his way towards the smithy?
Yeah.
That'll work then. I don't have time to do that tonight. I gotta get rest, and tomorrow's gonna be a long day.
So what we're doing tomorrow? Dakota's asked.
Well, we're gonna wait. You're gonna wait for Raan and find out what the hell's gonna become of you. And then you're with him, and apparently Tinu's brother, the elf in the back. You're gonna be helping them get things around Caravan Court. Making sure my uncle doesn't get robbed by those bastards.
What?
And I am talking about the merchants.
Oh.
Don't expect you to fight anybody.
I was about to say. Well, I guess I could shop for you guys, but come on. You see he's whipping out books and he's putting it on the table. He goes, what else are we doing? I was talking with the other one, the half-orc. I think he was saying something about you guys saving Drakkenheim? See, that's what I want to get to, since we're... huh?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. Since we're all here, you know.
Yeah, the moment he says something, it's saving Drakkenheim. It's like Bati's over there, like trying not to laugh.
He does a double take and looks at you. He goes, "Well, trust me, it sounds unbelievable to me too. And like, I'm not judging. I'm just, but a lot of the shit I heard you guys have been doing has been pretty unbelievable, right? Look,
Yeah, you saw how unbelievable yesterday went. Well, today, jeez, it's been a long fucking day. And he puts the pen down. He hands the charcoal pen back to Dakota, licks the top of the paper and folds it into like a quasi letter and pushes it shut and hands it to Bati.
Dakota just looks across you too.
Sanity check here. And
look, I've been waiting.
When it's handed to Bati, she'll reach into a pouch and pull out a piece of sealing wax and light the end of it and just drop a few drops onto it to make sure it's fully sealed.
Make sure that gets to one of the Iron Helm's hands.
You know, I've been trying to wait for the right moment to talk about this with you guys, but the more I think about it, especially on the way back here, I don't think I'm going to get a right moment. You know, things seem to be on the go. But, like I was telling
Dakota.
Yeah, Torrid, like, you know, I could make my way around Emberwood, talk to some people for you guys, you know, get some more information that furthers the cause of saving Drakkenheim. Right?
Oh, he chews his lip. Have you talked to Addie about any of that?
No, I'm bringing it up now.
Addie! Lois shouts.
Alice went immediately downstairs to the basement area, and she is cleaning herself with the water and soap that we have downstairs. Alice is not up there. Alice is hiding and cleaning herself, and I would say, if it would be okay, she would ask Tina before, like, get your brother. She'd been like, hey, can I have Venus? And if Tina would have given Alice Venus, she would have taken Venus. And her and Venus are having a bubble bath right now out of a bucket, but it's still a bubble. It's a bucket bubble bath. That's what Alice is doing right now. Alice is not up there. That's why I've been quiet. That's why I moved myself to like a crap forward. But Venus, and she's just sitting there like scrubbing his ears, make sure it doesn't get in there. And she's like, Venus is the goodest boy. Venus, good boy. And she'll feed him like some of her rations, and she's just talking to the dog, like telling him, you know, how pretty he is, and working a little bit on some of his training, making sure his nails are trimmed, he's brushed.
Googly eyes just gotta glare at you. You're not sure. Oh, maybe you feel he's comprehending a little bit, but his tongue just hangs slack out of his mouth. He just looks at you. He wags his tail.
Yeah. He's the best companion.
You see his gears and stuff begin to on his back.
Yeah, good boy. Yeah, and she'll like go through the tricks and stuff and do more of the ones that he seems to like. You know, like the whole like go find it to help with the delirium thing. But yeah, that's what Alice is doing. So.
Gotcha.
Does she say anything when she hears you Loa yelling, or does she just?
I don't think she can hear from down there. She's
based on where the basement hideout is, it's like under the side yard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's several layers of rock.
Dakota just goes, look, I'm not trying to say we need to decide anything now or anything like that. All I want to do is like figure out how we can contribute to the overall narrative of all of this, you know?
Do you really want to help?
Yeah. I want to help and I want to know more.
I want to know everyone moving in and out of the Skull Sword Tavern. Right? It's the Skull and Sword, I think?
Yes, Skull and Sword Tap House, yes.
Especially if you see Mel coming out of there. If you see him going in any weird or funny places. You find that out.
So who is Mel to you?
A bastard.
Gotcha, bastard. You see he shifts through his notebooks and he grabs one that looks kind of fairly new. You see he opens it. You see he whips out a container that almost looks like a cigarette case, but when he opens it, it's just a bunch of different pens. And you see like like charcoal pencils, and he grabs one. Why is he
And
a
he's
piece of
far
shit?
more dangerous. Well, first of all, he's far more fucking dangerous than that half-cocked smile would have you believe.
Gotcha. Did he like
And if you want to know the
kill your family or do something really fucked up like that?
Mel specifically, no. But he did ruin our reputation in town. And burned down several homes with his... He looks around. Doppelganger allies from the Queen's men. You know what a doppelganger is, right?
Yes, I know
Want to
what a
see one?
doppelganger is. He gives you a side eye. I'm fine right now. I know what a doppelganger is. But
You sure? I can give you a first-hand experience. See the face of it.
I
There's
bet
a
you
little bit
can.
of a glint in Chloe's eye.
You can see it dawns on his face that he's not sure you're like mentally stable. But you know, he goes, "Trust me, Loey. I take your word from it, for it. But okay, got it. I can do that. Skullasaur Tap House. Everybody goes in and out.
And especially if you see any funny business outside the perimeters, though I suspect whatever means they have of traveling, they do it inside that building. And by traveling, I mean skulking and finding their way amidst Drakkenheim and its various sewer entrances. I bet they've a way of doing that.
So he narrows his eyes. What do you plan on doing exactly?
Well, if you can find it, that would help a lot.
I
But
mean,
I
like,
don't know if you'll have enough time.
no, I mean, like, what do you plan on doing? Like watching the tap house? What is this all for?
For Drakkenheim.
Huh. Okay, for Drakkenheim. You see he blinks a few
Do you
times.
really want... If I tell you, and I don't find my way towards solving my problems, I might tend to think that something might have been leaked to certain folk. And no offense, Dekota, but until things have already happened and it's too late to change it, I don't really like playing with an open hand. No offense.
Oh, understandable. Trust me, I do not want to get on your bad side.
It's the operative word. Trust. Sorry, but you're not part of the operation, so I don't think you... It's a need-to-know basis. Put it like that.
Okay. You see he swings his head and looks at you, Kolabati.
He looks at him.
Yeah. Save Drakkenheim? That's what it's all about? For you too?
For the moment.
Oh, come on. Look. You're wearing stuff that you generally only see on the coast or across the seas. And, you're obviously following one of the old gods. I've seen some disturbing things from you. Yeah, what's up? Why you're here? Give me a blurb. Give me something.
At the moment, that particular facet is not for public knowledge.
You see, he throws up his hands.
As you can...
He looks back at you, Tinu. He goes, "You? Your brother saving Drakkenheim? What's the connection?"
Huh?
He throws up his
Jesus.
hands. Okay, we're gonna have
Why?
to work on this, everybody. If we're gonna go
You're
ahead
also
and have...
you're also asking us after most of us got branded.
Oh, you
Most
do
of us
want
are
to see that?
exhausted.
Tina turns around and shows her brand.
He grimaces. Okay, I get it. I'll back off.
We'll
see
be
he
more
folds his hand.
talkative once we've dealt with certain things.
Wait, Dakota, why are you so set on saving Drakkenheim?
What?
Man, what the fuck do you care? Can't you just leave?
What do you mean what the fuck do I care? Hold on. I don't think any of you understand what the fuck is really going on here. Like, look. All of you, from what I understand, destroyed a whole smuggling operation with some Minotaur here on the Drand River. Weird, amazing. I don't know where he's at, but the lizard guy, everybody in Hendrix Farms believe he was brought by an angel. He looks at all of you. To
Kidnapped by
Saint
Ryan.
Selena's monastery, and
Quest gang.
we just got done dealing with Flamekeeper Thorn Radley, which I recall is an important name. That guy's dead. You guys are smack dab in the middle of that. Your other friend, wherever she's at, I saw glowing, burning sensations. Definitely not stuff that's academy oriented. This is a story of a lifetime. What do you mean? That's why I care.
Well, that's what. So you're here for a piece, a book, and then to leave? A bit of coin and some
He's a
glory
chronicler.
to your name?
Well, look, I'm not saying I don't care about any of what your guys are doing, or I'm not saying I don't believe it either, but I don't know the motivations behind it. How do I put together something compelling with a bunch of people who are saying that it's, redacted for now? But for now, which I understand, you see gestures at you, Kolabati. From what I understand here, we could talk about it later.
Yes,
But
I
yeah.
understand. Yes, I know. You are a chronicler. I am also a chronicler.
I'm thinking of a name for what I should call this thing, but it's not apparent right now, but it will be. There was another group I tried to talk to, didn't have much time with them. They were in and out, pretty infamous themselves. Draken Force?
Yeah. The
Addie.
half-elf, or the elf.
Alice might be interested in tales of them.
And who? Alice will say coming up, and she's like obviously cleaned, holding Venus under her arm, and she's like made a little bow on his collar.
And you guys
Oh, yeah.
have a freaking constructed dog. This is the makings of
Janet?
something amazing.
What about
Yanis,
back and forth?
Yanis sticks his head out of the kitchen and looks. What?
can we have some clean glasses?
Looks at all of you. Aye! Clean as I can get them! You hear a bunch of bumbling
you.
in the kitchen.
Should be some fresh water. Let Tinu know if you need more. Thank you, Tinu.
Tina runs
Dakota
back
clears
to
his throat.
help him.
He goes, what I'm just thinking, guys, is that, if this goes far enough, here in Drakkenheim, whatever you guys are doing, word is going to spread other places. And don't we want to be in control of that word?
Sounds
What-
like a smart plan.
See?
Yes, actually. What is it about
Excellent.
Draken Force that you learned?
Well, I tried talking with them in the same way I was talking with you guys, but I was a lot more distracted with the cultists then. But from what I understand, one of them is here because they have some interesting contract with the Amethyst Academy, but just like all of you said, they didn't tell me too much about that. And another one, the cat fellow, I believe, claims to be part of the royal court in some way. I mean, that's what I know.
What? Really?
He nods.
Isn't it? What about Jackson? Right, Brennan was
Yeah.
yeah, it's Jackson. Yeah. What about Jackson? What's he here for?
Well, he's very adamant about killing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a Caspian.
And he shrugs.
Well, yeah. He's probably trying to get glory because the king.
I'm pretty sure it has exactly. Yeah, something for the next Kingsmoot. Yes. I imagine. I don't know. Maybe if I had to speculate, if it's not just about killing shit and being at the top of the ranking order for the Kingsmoot, then it's probably something about getting something in the city. That if the Jacksons were able to go ahead and take the throne over there, they can use that to have some influence in Drakkenheim. The last time I talked with them, though, they were heading north, looking for some people for the Amethyst Academy.
Whereabouts? The castle?
He shrugs. I don't know. And that's secondhand information I got. I could look into it more.
I mean, I don't think we're too worried about them, are we?
Mm-hmm.
At the moment. Torn might be.
True.
Well, I would say that it was a great time with you guys out there, but it was horrific. And I'm probably going to be traumatized, if I'm not already, for a long time. But I got my books. You see, he looks at his books on the table, and I have some organizing to do.
And a grocery list to help out for tomorrow with Giannis.
Yes,
You're
of
sending him
course.
grocery shopping?
I'm sending him to make sure he's not alone here
Well,
by himself.
I'm doing He thumbs his nose. I'm doing security. I imagine, looks at you, Tinu. Your brother will probably needs to get acclimated to Emberwood and do the grocery shopping thing, but Skull and Sword Tap House, he says, and he points at you, Loey.
That's my suggestion, but the others might have other ideas. And he looks over at Addie pointedly. You think of anything better?
She'll kind of like look at Loey for a second, cast her eyes downward, but then look back at look back at Dakota, and I might have a few things. I need to organize my thoughts. I'll get it to you before you leave out in the morning.
Sounds good. And hey, thank all of you, like, for real. Most of these people that hang around out here in Emberwood and these mercenaries and stuff, if they would have saved me, they probably just took everything I owned and left me on the streets. And that would have not been good. So thanks.
Don't thank us yet, lad.
Oh.
We're gonna put you to work. So
You heard about anybody else coming here trying to, become the new monarch of Westmore?
See, blinks and thinks. Not that I know of. I do recall that before I came up here to Emberwood, met you guys. Oh, all that time ago on the train. On the caravan. I do recall back then people were suspect about whether the queen was still alive. And there were some mercenaries sent to find her. But like I said, that was a long time ago.
I mean, Queen's Park is pretty hard to get through. I think she's there personally.
Well, there was some rumblings of rumors about right before the meteor striking, or at least maybe not too long after, there being some people who did escape that area, and there was a caravan that was moving towards the Queen's Park. But that was over a decade ago, right? So
15-year-old news.
yeah.
The other thing you can keep an eye out is we're gonna have to go to the Queen's Park to get those fucking lilies, and contamination's obviously a very, very hard thing. So if you want to look into alternate ways we might be able to deal with that until we can get Aqua Aspergio done, that would be helpful.
Fair point.
His eyes light up when you give him more things to do on the list. I'll check around Imperwood tomorrow. Get some feelers out, see what some of the other people who are traveling around are thinking or doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Feel-
See if she'd stop when Lois speaks up.
Feel free to use who you need to here. Wherever you're going, whoever you're talking to, I imagine it's plenty dangerous, and I know you're not good in a scrap. But I've seen Anar shoot a bow, and he can put an eye out of a wyvern.
Yes, he can. Well,
one more thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get clean. Actually, no, I'm not sorry for that. I had to get clean. I guess 2 more things. I want to know if anybody else has gotten a hold of any relics.
I haven't heard.
Any of the seals. I know you haven't heard, but you can find out. You can maybe hear.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. You see, focus is in. Got it.
Because I'm going to need them all. You know, to save Drakkenheim. Isn't that what I was overhearing earlier? That we said what we were doing here?
You see a look comes over his face as he seems to think he understands what you're insinuating. He just blinks a few times and he goes, yeah.
Yeah, and also one of the things that I'm going to need before we get to the cathedral is to see about any further information on if the phylactery for that'll be in that cathedral really was pulled from Von Drakkenblood or not. Find out anything about that.
Well,
you wanted a job, Dekota. You want to know the story. That's going to be part of my story.
I will see. But I have a feeling that I'll do my best. You see, he nods.
I'm nurse. Yeah. You're not the only one looking, so we'll see what happens when we get there.
All right. I'm on it. You see, he walks with his books and disappears up the steps.
Right. What do you think the over-under is that Raan actually gets back tonight? While he looks at the rest of the party.
Well, his familiar.
You may stumble back in at dawn.
His familiar disappeared, so I think that means that Thorn is dead. But it doesn't match up with what Anar told me. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of does, but...
And then, guess what? At that moment, a raven swoops in.
I was going to say chicken butt, but he's a raven. Damn it.
Salty Feather squawks. And
the powder squawks at indignation.
How dare you?
Yeah, hearing Salty Feather squawk, Rob will mimic it as ravens mimic sound. And then as soon as he lands, or he'll more or less land by the front door and then undo his wild shape and walk in.
Oh,
well, speak of the devil.
Yeah, you call me the devil now. Louis, just wait.
All right, come on. Yanis, we need more soup. Apparently, Ron's got bad news.
Yeah.
Ah, you hear some more clattering.
And with that, Loey's gonna pull out a familiar-looking leather case and start rolling something, and getting out his lighter. All right, Ron, go on. What
So
happened?
do you want the bad news first or the worst news?
All of
I'm
it.
prepared either way.
All right. Well, let's start with the worst news. You know that branding that we all now have on our back?
Yeah, I did scrub off in the bath.
From what a cleric there had told me, it seems like it's some sort of essential dominate person brand that can only come off with some kind of um, greater restoration spell.
Oh, I have that.
You'll need the
How much we
components.
talking?
Uh, What's 100 gold worth of powdered silver, I believe.
A powdered diamond, I think.
Hold on, let me look. I had it picked and then I took it off. I'll look for it again.
Oh, you took it off. You don't got it anymore. No, I'm joking.
We can't. I can't
You
even
can never
use
get it
so.
again.
It's gone.
That's how that
Yeah,
works. Huh?
diamond dust worth 100 gold piece.
There you go,
Shite.
diamond dust.
More expenses. Great. He takes a big puff as you tell him that, Ron.
Yeah. All right, but well, I guess there's good news because if what he said is true, Tino and I can both cast that spell. That should.
So if we do nothing but cast that spell, what, 3 days?
Yeah, it's
Clean
gonna
it
take
all?
about 3 days in total and about 1,000 gold for all of us.
Now you do know that. Just a reminder. Tomorrow night you're supposed to meet up with the Iron Helms.
Yeah, we're supposed to go.
Or do that whole shit. Whatever you guys are supposed to do. Yeah.
I was about to say that. So we're gonna have to figure out who gets it first before we go there.
Oh my! Like the Queensman stuff is tomorrow.
It'll be the next day technically. The 9th is the day we have to talk with them.
So
Right, because it's the 10th that the meeting happens.
So two
right?
people will be suspect in the meantime. If we don't want to have our strongest magic available to us.
I have a question, Brett. Can I?
So you know it's the
sleep
night
tonight?
of the 9th. Yeah, that night. Yes.
It's the night of the 9th they have to
Yes.
be in Buckle Down.
Yes.
Can I cast it tomorrow
Yes.
morning
Okay,
after
never
8
mind.
hours sleep and then go back to sleep
No.
for 8 hours?
You have to wait 24 hours to. It's 24 hours. Yeah, you have to wait 24 hours to do that.
Well,
Okay.
if we're going
Nice.
to Camp Dawn, if we're going to Camp Dawn to let them know what happened, we can always see if they can help with that endeavor.
Actually, if that's the
Well.
case, I gotta change my message, Brent. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You're fine.
So
You guys can keep talking.
all right.
we might be able to get the camp to help. Obviously not with you, Roth.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Loey. Understood.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure my shit out. That's fine.
I can do it for you, Ron.
Tinu can take care of you, Ron.
Well, Ron can cast it
But-
himself. He just needs to prepare it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow. You have to.
Yeah, we can do
Do it.
tomorrow.
Alrighty. So, the bad news from what I have been told, as you've noticed, is Thorn Radley is dead, killed by Silva.
Did they give you a body?
No, the words of Nathaniel Flynn are is that the body will never be found. Apparently, one of the falling fire folk finally confessed to that Lucretia Matthias will be going to St. Brenna's and are unsure if he gave date and time, etc., etc. So, unfortunately, in case he had deduced anything from that, I'm guessing they don't want that getting back to the Silver Order.
Now remember, you're talking. We were in a side channel, so they don't know.
I'm having to remember.
I know.
Like, I'm having.
It's all right.
I got you. So feel free to correct me on anything. But correct. So I did not see a body. The report that I get from Nathaniel Flynn is that Sylvia killed him, and Nathaniel says the body will never be found. I could not tell if he was lying or not. He seemed genuine.
Ron, what
with
if
that
they're
belief.
hiding him for leverage? Because, oh, sorry, am I interrupting you?
No, go.
Okay,
Speak.
so, okay, so I asked Anar, and Anar said that, Dekota Jones left first, and he was arguing with Sylvie, and then he left, and the last thing he heard was her yelling for him. But, I mean, you saw it, how hard Thorn kept trying to get away while he was with us. There's no way he would have, I don't know, can she handle Thorn by herself?
Unfortunately, I didn't get her side of the story. I only got Nathaniel. So I don't know if she hid the body, and that's what she told Nathaniel, or I guess I should have asked that. I didn't think about that. That's a very good point. But aside from that,
Yanis comes out
don't.
and gives all of you cups and gives you a bowl of some weak stew. Ron disappears.
That's good. Ram will eat, even though he's
Bati
had
will-
plenty of. Even though he's eaten plenty of haze husks today with that hungry jaws. But also, because Sylvie reported that you used the gem to revive him, they currently are not willing to replace the gem either. Revivify, there's.
What? But if it was her, I would have revivified her too.
Yeah, but since we were protecting a member of the Silver Order with it, and she got to tell her tale first of how he was at so much danger she had to kill him twice, apparently. Yeah,
rolls his eyes at that.
But if we never went, she wouldn't be here.
Did you explain to them what's going to happen now that he's dead? What's going to come now that he's dead?
I did. And I don't understand how he's so casual about the possible repercussions. I guess in a sense we look at the faith different. I look at everybody's life being valuable, whereas he looks at it as sacrificing for the greater good. And his belief is that Theodore Marshall is not going to risk the lives of his paladins and others as Templegate gets closer.
It's not going to be Theodore that's going to be riding down their little camp of straggling followers and half-starved madmen, Ron. It's going to be Uriel Radley and a cadre of knights come up here in 2 weeks' time in full kit, come to write them down with lance and killing horses. They're not ready for that, and they should know that.
I agree, Louis, but unfortunately, I'm only a champion. I'm not a leader for them. And regardless of what they believe versus what I believe, I still have things I need to do that don't necessarily coincide with their goals and missions. So, be that as it may, Nathaniel Flynn's philosophy is for the end game, whereas, mine has been, for the sake of the people. There seems to be no way of really convincing otherwise.
Well, if he wants a war, he's got it.
I agree. The final thing is, and you see like Raan thinking. Nathaniel is asking. Sorry, this is me trying to figure out how to
You're fine.
turn this to the party. Nathaniel is asking the Knifebites to stage a coup of betrayal for the Silver Order before Temple's Gate.
Are they gonna backstab us again?
You see Ron's face, like it's sorrowful, and when you ask that, he shrugs.
What do you want to do, Ron?
What do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I want to save Eloise. I want to go to the crater and see, finally see what's at the crater that. Hang on, my computer just went completely to shit. Okay, you can still hear me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I want to go to Queen's Park to get the lilies for the Aqua Aspergo. That's what I want to do. In regards to the coup, I don't know. Everything that has been told in regards to this, at least since I came back, is that, we all plan on betraying the Silver Order at Temple's Gate. If that remains true, this is going to expedite the timeline for anything that any of us could need from the Silver Order. So any relationship that we have with them is going to go down the toilet. And I can't make that call. Do I want to do it for the faith? Yes. But I also know that this is going to affect you, Tinu, and there's a possibility even, the eventual finding of your sister and what happened to her. We're going to lose that connection to the Silver Order. There's no way we can pull this off without them knowing it was
So
us.
I'm so
What
sorry.
do you mean
Ron.
by sabotage, lad? Sorry, I wouldn't call you that. You're too old for that. What do you mean by sabotage, Ron?
All right,
Good-
so Ron,
Good question.
yeah, so I'm gonna give the details. Just this is me monologuing. This isn't Ron's gonna say it as he would, just to make this
You're
easy.
paraphrasing. I gotcha. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So Nathaniel Flynn says, "Hey, we want the Knifebites to put in a word to the Silver Order to say, hey, Lucretia Matthias is going to be during the desecration of
Consecration.
consecration. Thank you, of Saint Brenna's temple on such and such date, and will be in move to the temple at this day and time. And then from there, the Silver Order is probably going to make us come along too. Essentially, there's going to be an ambush waiting for them, and we're supposed to also try to convince them to bring the scepter to help take out Lucretia Matthias. And they're supposed to get it all planned out and essentially ambush them and take the scepter back.
Okay, Ron, don't take this the wrong way, but I care a lot about you. You know that, right?
Ron
But if we... So, you know how Alice has been telling us that we need to do what we want to do and what is good for us? And I just told Anar the same thing too. So, if we weigh the pros and cons, how much has the falling fire helped us? And how much has the sacred flame helped us? And on top of that, how many times has the sacred flame screwed us? Because one of their knights killed somebody that we needed.
Same could be said of Sylvie, but I get your point, lass.
And
no, that's what I'm saying. It's like they haven't done that, and Sylvie did.
So, do you guys understand what Ron said about this goal or this strategy?
They want to invite the Silver Order to the church and then have an ambush ready, and then they want us to participate in the ambush of killing.
Yeah, and we're gonna be the one that tells them, "Hey, they're gonna be here. If you guys go there, you can kill them."
Yeah. That will 100% ruin our reputation. It won't just ruin our... We will be marked as enemies of the Silver Order if we do that.
Tinu is voting no. I vote no.
Is that
As
the details you wanted to say, Ron?
I mean, yes, there's something I'm missing. I mean, Ron.
No. I'm just making sure y'all. Okay, everybody's on the same page.
Outside of the actual date, that's the only thing that would be excluded in this conversation. Just in case, for some reason, everybody says no. Then
something was mentioned about an eater, if you remember.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not. I know you mentioned it, but I don't. Since I don't know what an eater is, that went the vocabulary that.
No problem. No problem.
Can you Rob would mention it, so.
Okay.
Please.
I'm gonna send you something.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna send you this. Actually, I can. I just want you guys to make sure you intend to say what you intend to say, so in the future, however stuff goes down, it goes down. So I just sent you in your channel what was told to you, essentially, in so many words.
Yeah. I choose a day and time to tell Silver Order Matthias would be en route. And have a surprise. Okay. Okay, and we'll have... Okay. Okay, no, actually leave that part out.
Okay.
Weakening the seat. But yeah, he'll make the note of, how it's they're going to be sending, the goal is to get them to send their best, their best knights and whatever there to
To do what?
They want Theodore to be there to burn it down, and they're planning on killing him, right?
if they can take out some of their higher ranked and strength units,
Decapitation strike.
paladin. Correct. The Knifebites most likely won't have much to do in this scenario, but knowing how the Silver Order is, they're going to push us to join in to back them up.
Okay.
So it's going
That's
to look
however you
up
want to
to
say it. Yeah.
Yeah. Besides leading them to the area to make sure a few don't escape their fate. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
Right.
We're
So
on cleanup. We're feeding them false information, and then we're on cleanup detail for any stragglers.
essentially. So
Okay, what are they offering?
they are, and you see Ron shake his head. They're
Nothing, right?
offering me a higher level than champion.
You.
Why'd you laugh, Ko?
Sorry, yeah, that was 100% Ku, not Tinu. Tinu wouldn't have laughed
Continue.
at that.
No, it's continue. I'm sorry.
I'm over these guys. I'm muting myself. I'm so mad right now.
What do you mean a higher level? Are you going to go back to St. Selena's and spend more days in a cell? Are you going to put a second crystal in your chest? What the hell does that mean, Ron? Sorry. You get mad. What is that?
Ron's not laughing. This is completely because I get it. Because this is all the emotion of everything Brett was telling me. I couldn't laugh. Because I had a lot of these same thoughts. So, what? Essentially, they're offering me sainthood if I can. Maybe not immediately, but doing all this stuff to make sure they meet their end goals, help, dismantle the Silver Order.
Does that mean you replace the Christian Matthias as the leader of the cult?
I do not plan to. I do not want to.
So what does it mean to be a saint then if you're not in charge of everything?
He's the prophet. He's the saint. He's the right hand.
And
exactly.
She's the head that makes him move? I don't see. This is all really nebulous to me. Sorry.
The term was prophet is what they kept bringing up. So am I the true prophet of the falling fire? Fuck if I know. Do I want to be?
Oh.
Not really. It sounds badass, but that's not me.
So just so I know, in exchange for an empty title and a bit of respect on your name, they expect us to kill a lot of paladins that want to escape an ambush that we will be directly leading them into, and they won't pay any of the rest of us anything. That's what they're offering.
They promised us a replacement gem for the one that Tinu had to use.
So 300 gold worth of diamonds. That's what they're offering. And your name.
I sent you a message, Ron.
My biggest thing here. No. Alice just like shakes her head. Keep going, Ron. Is there more? Because none of this seems appealing for any of us or us as a group. Like Tinu said, we have things we need to do, and this doesn't forward anything. You're not selling it.
Yeah, and if Alice intends to rule, betraying the force of a neighboring nation is not a good way to start.
Hang on, let me get this roll for Brett.
Yeah, just roll that to me. Just to me.
Oh. Hang on.
There's one thing.
Oh, wow.
Well, sorry, I had already clicked it before you said to you.
It's all good.
There's one thing to slay a fellow.
Does anybody have a passive insight higher than 18?
Yes.
Who?
Loey's passive insight is 20.
All you get is that there's just so it does feel like there is gaps in this here. That's all.
Oh, mine's 18. Whoa, it went up.
Yep.
You're
All
clearly...
those bonuses.
You know, Ron, to be fair to you, I said I didn't want to know the specifics. But it's clear you're leaving some stuff out. And this offer doesn't sound appetizing at all. You understand that, right?
You were trying to convince us. This is not very convincing, Ron.
And that's okay if that's the way it needs to be. And Alice just holds eyes with Ron. Like
I
she's
still care about you.
giving him the intone of like, if you're trying not to sell it, leave it. This kind of look she's giving Ron.
So Ron will try and go. They have a weapon called the Eater, which will be used to eat the knights, and paladins, and everybody else that they bring.
What the fuck is an eater? What, a monster? What, like the Queen of Thieves fucking giant mutated T-Rex thing? What'd they call it? Fucking Dorothy or something? I remember it's done. Linda, right? Big Linda.
Big Linda.
I think I remember them. Like that. A big fuck off
Again.
monster.
I don't know what it is. Truthfully, I didn't ask. And as far as selling this, truthfully, I'm not trying to sell it. I mean, don't get me wrong, being a saint, again, sounds nice, but that wasn't in my repertoire when coming into Drakkenheim.
I mean, Ron, it sounds like an empty title, lad. I'm sorry. He wouldn't call you lad. It sounds like an empty title, Ron.
But apparently I get to, the prophet gets to fly on a shadow dragon.
What? They're gonna give you a fucking dragon?
That's what I've been told.
Are you becoming a dragon rider of Drakkenheim, Ron? Is that what she's offering you? Is that fucking possible? I look over to Addie and to Bonnie. What?
I don't know. That's some black shadow dragon that gets to ride around.
Ron. What are you talking about?
Can I insight Ron? Is Ron okay?
Ron is telling the truth on this. Like 100% telling the truth.
Ron, do you hear what you're saying to us right now?
It sounds insane. They're offering you dead dragons from times past, empty titles, and 300 gold worth of diamonds in exchange for the murder of all the paladins in Camp Dawn. That's mental.
It doesn't sound insane. It sounds exactly like it. I mean, he got picked up from the sky by a fucking angel. It's really not that far out what they're saying.
But I'm curious about the whole shadow dragon portion, because the Fallen Fire is just a schism of the Church of the Sacred Flame. So they're all about light. So where's this shadow coming from?
Ron taps his chest. Remember the story I told you about the light versus dark in the Von Zook? I'm assuming that's where that power's coming from.
Wait.
So we're aligning ourselves with Haas.
Chloe just takes a big swig off that cigarette that's probably just burnt to the end right now. He's like, oh, shit. And he just drops it on the ground, like, crushes it on his boot.
Ron doesn't respond to the comment.
Ron did mention the eater thing, right? He said it? I think I heard that when I was downstairs.
Yes, I did. I did go through the eater, but I didn't explain what it was because he didn't ask.
Would Tinu have any inkling what that is, Brett, at all?
I don't know. Why would you have? You gotta tell me, why would you have an inkling?
Well,
Michael's gate training?
what's going on? Yeah, what's going on in Koo's head is that I was part of the. I am a part of the church. I did go to Michael's Gate. The Falling Fire have people, and they were a part of the church before they separated. So what I'm thinking is in the history, because Lucretia Matthias couldn't have just pulled all this stuff out of her ass. There had to be some kind of documentation somewhere or something that would have ignited that flame to give her that idea that, oh, I can do this. Like before she became the Lucretia Matthias, if that makes sense. Because you did say before that she was a flame keeper.
Roll me a religion.
But now's the time to roll high. We read a lot of books. Oh! 22!
You're almost certain that you've never heard of quote unquote the Eater being mentioned in any of your studies.
Is there anything that would make like a connection? Like what I was talking about?
You're almost
Like,
certain there's no religious connection here.
Okay. I won't say anything then. I keep that to myself.
I mean, like maybe since you got a 22, reaching would be, clerics can summon things, We're talking about reaching here.
I just got a spell to summon Fae and stuff.
Well, yeah, maybe something like that.
But okay,
but
so
I
rolled to everybody.
It's like they're like you've never studied anything about an Eater or something at Michael's Gate or the Divine Light or anything like that.
Okay, so I will tell I'll just so if I think on it, I don't back to the Eater. I know we already passed that, but I was thinking about it while you guys are talking. So now that we're level 9, I can summon a celestial or a Fae, but as a religious entity, you can't summon something like a Eater or a shadow dragon or
It sounds like some monster they pulled out of some sewer somewhere in the middle of Drakkenheim and have it on some sort of fucking leash, and they're gonna unleash it on the paladins. I don't know. Best guess I know.
Could have been a monster pulled from the crater. That's the reason why I want to go there.
Is that the name of the angel that they're talking about, maybe? Maybe it's the worm. Maybe they can call the worm up what threatens everybody in this town. I know those things eat the ground, technically.
So, Brett, I'm gonna outside the date. Is there any other important information I've left out of this?
I mean, it's a big question. I
would have been.
I mean, what do you consider important?
But the date would have been left out.
Wait, what? Say that again.
I said everything but the date. Raan would have advised them on.
Everything?
I believe so.
I'm not going to speak for you on this one because I think it's fun to see you try to be like, yo, this is what they told me. That's all, guys. Hey, look, don't slow down. That's all they told me. It was a dragon. No, but
that's fair enough.
I'm not going to edit anything you've said, but the only addition I would add is that is there anything else here? The fact that apparently this Eater would make it very easy for these Flamekeepers and Priestess and Paladins to be destroyed. I'll point that out again. Excuse me. And I would go ahead and point out I think that's it. I think everything else I want to kind of leave as is.
Okay.
It pretty much in summary, they want Raan, from what Raan has said, Raan indicates that Raan says that he's some type. He may get some type of prophet or saint status, and he may ride on a dragon made of like shadow of some sort.
Shadow.
And then Raan has said that they want to lead apparently a group of paladins, and more importantly, maybe the Knifebites can feed this information to the Silver Order and get the Silver Order to let them use the scepter to bring the scepter to this trap, and I guess destroying the paladins that would allow the Knifebites and Raan to have possession of the scepter. I think it's pretty apparent that something like this would dramatically affect your relationship with the Silver Order, 100%. But yeah, I think I want to leave it at that.
Okay.
Ron, can I ask you a frank question here?
Sure.
If we don't do what they want, are you ever going to be allowed? Is Anar and Tinu going to be allowed to see Lucretia Matthias? If we don't do what they want, they threaten you with that, or yourself, for that matter.
Truth be told, Louis, I don't know.
And what we're going to do right there, I'm going to force this because we have a few minutes left, is we're going to cut scene. If you guys have something really important you want to discuss before the next morning, let me know. But if not, we're going to say all of you will retire after this really long day and get some good sleep. So is there anything really, really, really pressing somebody
I'm gonna post in
needs to
the
do?
general chat.
Okay.
Nothing too much. I'm just gonna post in general chat. But it doesn't need to be a whole conversation. So.
Real quick, can we clarify? Are we doing this or are we not doing this?
We could talk about it in the morning. I just want to get to the next day.
Oh, okay.
I want to get to the next day, like, or moving forward. So, lastly, Kolabati, roll me a dice for our passengers, and let's see what that is about. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're different now. You can choose. We've updated this. So,
let's see. Let's see what's the best here. I think I'm sticking with despair.
Got it. All right. So, let's go to another day dawns. The 9th in Westamar, Emberwood, outside of Drakkenheim. As you guys have already planned, your allies, NPCs, have gathered their items. They're going to go shopping for the day. They do so as much. They don't argue or anything of that nature. And they handle themselves. I
did have one thing. That was quick. Carl, Louis that night before you wake up in the morning, because I think you talked about this as Bati.
Bati always sleeps first and is like up for like the remaining 4 hours of the shift. So
right,
he's always up early.
Before we leave for the conversation, I forgot this is important. Louis would ask you to prepare your ability to change your understanding with ghosts and stuff in your like profession stuff. If you could learn masonry and stoneworking, that for the day, it would help a lot. He asks. If you can't, it's fine. But Loey would ask you to do that.
Okay, she'll search for her memories for a stonemason.
Understood. All right. So with that, another day. You guys can tell me what the agenda is. You know what's going on this evening. I guess actually I think we'll stop here. This is a good stopping point. All of you are level 9. You got all your spell slots and whatnot. And for our next week session, I want us to really focus in on, we could back channel some of this or in the general chat, whatever it may be. But you guys are going to head towards, at some point, I guess you're going to try to head towards Buckle Down Row or figure out the plans for that, right? That's like the big thing coming up next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we need to go to Camp Dawn, though.
And Camp Dawn. Yes. So probably Camp Dawn first, and then you're going to come up with your plans? Gotcha.
And we need to, probably we're going to talk in the morning, and we need to get some things around town, and then head out to the Scar Smithy to check in with the Iron House.
Brent,
I think we should stop at the caravan court, grab this components, then head to Camp Dawn, and then from Camp Dawn, we can decide where to go.
So in Treasure Channel, if you guys can do a favor for me, I don't want to spend a lot of time on like shopping. So if you got stuff to sell, buy, all that stuff, I'll monitor the items purchase channel. We can do that in there. Can we do that?
Sure.
Yeah. So we don't have to.
Can you show the calendar?
Yes, I will.
And I'll shorthand this. I had some RP for it, but I don't want to belabor it. I need to make sure that Tinu is here for this. Loey would ask you to wear and he would show you the next day the breastplate of one of the dead clerics, and he'd ask you to wear it and to use one of the shields.
Oh man, do I
The reason-
have to?
If you don't, Loey explains that he's not going to take the punishment of a paladin for you if you are not going to protect yourself. And you're going to have to find a different way to do that. Because he did not like fighting Heyman when he could have run away. And I was going to RP that, but we kind of ran out of time.
Oh, man.
If it's something you want to RP, I don't want to prevent you guys from that. We could do that next session too, but we'll say we'll do it in the morning.
It'll happen at Crow and Sons if you want to. We can have the RP moment then, because Loey has to go there anyways, and that's when it'll happen. So,
okay, yeah, we can do it next time then.
But any mechanical stuff that we don't have to RP, I just kind of wanted to handle that in the channels, So if you're gonna, whatever, exchanging of items.
Also decide who is getting greater restoration, so that we can buy the components. Who? So I know Raan can cast this, and Tinu can cast this. So you're going to use your 5th level slots to cast Greater Restoration on who? I think we wanted to go. See, the thing is, I don't know if the camp's going to help us now because we don't have Thorn, but we wanted to see if the camp would get some of us first.
That's fine. We can RP all that in our next session. But if you want to use your own spell slots and want to decide that now, let me know.
Well, like I said, if necessary, it's we can go ahead and buy the components for the 6 castings. That's 600 gold total, and we can cast twice, and then we can see if Camp Dawn will cast it as well. We can provide the components.
You see,
yeah. That would be my suggestion.
But I have to cast it on Raan because they won't do it on Raan.
Right.
Yeah, Raan needs to be done first, and then we can go to Camp Dawn, see what they can do, and then decide. I think makes sense,
That makes
sense. If they, for some reason, can get us all, then that's one more 5th level slot we have as a party. My thing is, the thing I was going to ask too, since we're trying to go fast with the mechanics of it, Shane, are you okay doing all the stuff we can sell, how much we can sell it for, and splitting it so if people want to buy stuff? Okay. Is everybody okay with doing that for us?
Yeah. I will say this.
I can get gold tokens, everybody writes.
If you try to sell any of the Silver Order stuff on market as you found it, Yeah.
I was going to talk to Tobias about it because we have a relationship with him, and he might be willing to work with us on it.
He would tell you that nobody's going to buy this stuff. It's illegal to sell this stuff. And if
I
you
have a secondary place for it, then.
And if you want to have it modified or changed in a way to where it's indistinguishable from any other sets of armor, he would recommend you that there is a place near Buckle Down Row or in Buckle Down Row somewhere called Tig's Shop. And they handle contraband type of shit like that. That's what he would tell you.
Tobias wouldn't be willing to like lacquer or blacken or otherwise modify any of the armor. He wouldn't be willing to do it.
He would provide some I will say this: you could try to convince him of such, and he would charge you a lot for it because he looks at it as a risk to his own business. He doesn't want anything that type of stuff to come back to him. But he would first tell you to try to take it to Tig's Shop.
If he wants to get a quote on the price, 110%. I prefer to work with Tobias than going to Buckle Down Row.
Okay, understandable.
The other option would be to take it to the dwarven forge in the city and see if they can use their smithy there.
That's another option too. So I'll put that in the queue of things to deal. Okay, but everything else besides the armor, obviously trying to get rid of this branding. If we can handle that in the chat, that would be super helpful. So we can just keep it moving. Because I want to get you guys to. But next session.
And then Dova, I'm assuming you want to sell the gems, right? No, sorry.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that Dova's cool with selling the gems because I'm assuming that's for coinage that you're going to break up for the party, but it's on Raan, so I don't want to just say that we split the treasure that Raan has in his pack.
Yeah, that's fine. So in that 800 of the gold and jewelry, add that to whatever you're divvying up.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
So
excellent.
Yeah, Raan would have given it to Louis to figure out his math and whatnot. So yeah, that's fine.
So next session, we'll start with Camp Dawn. We're going to assume you guys have did your sales at Emberwood, and then we'll move into figuring out some of the other miscellaneous items like this armor. We'll do a little. We'll do stuff at Tobias Crow's shop because I know there was an RP session for that, and then most importantly, we'll get into how you guys are going to tackle saving Eloise Ironhead.
I also have one other thing to put in there while waiting for everyone to wake up. Is there any items you need me to identify before everyone wakes up?
That's a good question. And you can handle that in the chat too. Like if somebody thinks about that between now and this coming Saturday.
Yeah, because there's that image that was popped in there, which everyone thinks is a delirium bomb of some variety. So
that is true.
so I wasn't sure if anything else was handed to Raan.
I don't know if Raan shared with us though.
That's what I'm saying.
He
I don't
didn't
know
say
if
anything about that. Yeah, he didn't say anything about that.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone has anything that might need identification, Bati can do that while he's asleep.
Sorry. Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry. Raan would ask you to identify it after our big conversation was over before bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got to the conversation and forgot.
Oh, I better change it.
Oh, falling fire.
I love them. They're such good characters. Bunch of nickel fritzes. Shit, am I gonna need that?
Where is that?
I might change that out then.
Here it is. Okay. Oh, no. Here and there. Okay. Do I think I may have that in here. I do. Does it have a description in here? I will add that.
But what if Ron only has 4 fingers and the thing has 5 slots for fingers? How does that work?
That's
Sorry.
hilarious.
Clearly, you're not the prophet of legend. The legends have foretold. You can't use the magical super.
All right, I'm
The
going to
holy hand grenade of
share
Antioch.
share this
I
with
don't know.
everybody here. You would immediately recognize this Okola body as an Amethyst Academy creation of some sort. Now, how they got it at the Falling Fire, you have no idea, but that's what it is.
And Ron has this. He just
Yes.
they gave you a bomb.
Yeah, burn them all. Kill them all.
That's fucking cool. Ron's just becoming a walking set of explosives. We got it. Dice, he's giving you a run for your money. I thought you were the one
I
who threw all
am
the bombs.
disappointed.
He's fine.
I'm disappointed. The gift finder in Discord does not have the thermal detonator scene from Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
So that is what you have. You can put that in treasure. And all right. But that is it, folks. I'm going to end the stream here. Good night.
Mhm.
And we'll be back.
Good night, stream.
Like,
Good night.